Miggity mic check 1 2. Miggity 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 mic check mic check mic check 1 2. Miggity mic check 1 2. Miggity 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 mic check 1 2. Miggity 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 mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the Random Show. What's going on, people? What's crack-a-lacking, people? What's going on, people? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Apologies for the delay, my friends. Apologies for the delay. Just got back from the gym. Just got back from the gym, from the gymnasium. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for being patient. What's going on? Hope you're all good. I rushed over here to get this stream started, you know, around time. Not on time, but around time. I know some of you guys have been waiting, so apologies for the delay. I'm actually not, as you can tell, I'm not moist. Look, I'm not shiny like I've dipped my face in olive oil, which is usually part of my skincare regime. But I don't mind it, actually. It's actually I look a bit different, you know? I got my real tone. I ain't got my olive oil tone, you get me? Not got my olive oil tone for once. But yeah, big up the stream chat, big up the stream chat, big up the stream chat. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? Today I just used a bit of toner and some moisturizer. Just a bit of toner and some face moisturizer. Nothing else. Nothing else. Let the natural juices of my melanin pop through. What's going on, people? 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 How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's good to go to the gym so late because, like I said in previous episodes, it's quite comforting to know there's other people out there who are as nocturnal as I am. You know, I'm a bit of a night owl. I'm a bit of a weirdo. So it's good when you go to the gym at those crazy hours, well, quote unquote crazy hours, and you still see a bunch of people in there. You know, a bunch of people. Don't get me wrong. When I went in there today, most of the people in there were like Uber Eats drivers. I'm not gonna lie. There was a bunch of bikes outside the gym, a bunch of Uber Eats, Deliveroo driver. So I'm assuming maybe they get a quick workout in before they head out for their late night shift. Because I heard, because that's something I was actually looking to do. Actually, I was actually thinking about doing that. I'm jumping on the whole Uber delivery thing. But I did hear from somebody. Who did I hear it from? Maybe I watched a YouTube video. I did hear from somebody who said like if you deliver Uber, actually the best time to do it is like the ungodly hours. You know, it's actually weirdly busy. Like if you do it like, I don't know, from like 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. it's actually kind of busy them times because people sometimes, you know, are getting home late. They're not bothered to cook. They want to grab something quickly to eat. So you might get a lot of orders that around that time. But I don't know. Don't know if that's true or not. I'd imagine maybe it'll probably be, I imagine it'll probably be busier from like the evening times, isn't it? When people get back from work. Because there's people out there who don't cook. Like I cook most of my meals, not all of my meals actually, to be honest. But there are a bunch of people who don't cook at all, who always buy food for dinner. So when people get back home from like, I don't know, 5 to 7-ish, if you can be around them times, that's probably a peak time to get, you know, to be able to make some money doing the deliveries. But yeah, there's a bunch of people in my gym who do deliveries there. So that was kind of nice. Big up everybody in the stream chat though. Appreciate you. What are you guys saying in the stream chat here? Big up big up Younger Vibes. Yeah, Diddy moisturizer. No. We're not using any of that Diddy moisturizer. The only closest thing I use to that is there's a Vaseline. The Vaseline brand have like a clear gel. That's kind of like baby oil, but it's a bit thicker. I sometimes will use that. Sometimes will put a bit of that into my moisturizer to kind of give it a little bit of a shinier texture. A lot of people do that, so sometimes I'll do that. But because I'm already naturally quite sweaty anyway, I tend to not go for like thick oils. I tend to go for moisturizers that are quite light, because if I go for a thick moisturizer, then I end up looking like I dipped myself in a vat of fucking olive oil, and I end up sweating even more. So I have to keep the moisturizer nice and light. I have summer moisturizer, winter moisturizer. I'm one of those guys. Big up Jay. Did anyone else come across Nikki HSG channel doing a reaction to the Random Show? Really? Big up Nikki H. Yeah, she's a fucking legend. Nikki's reacting to my reactions. She's a fucking G. Big up Nikki. She's a fucking G. Gotta love big Nikki HSG. She's fam. Big up Young God Vibes. I don't do Uber Eats. People have roaches in their car. What do you mean you don't do Uber Eats, Young God Vibes? As in you don't order. You don't order delivery, really? Or you don't do it as a side gig? What do you mean? If you say you don't order delivery, I don't believe you. You've never ordered delivery. That's pretty good, man. If true, you should be proud of yourself for that. Big up Addy Z. Young of I don't do Ubers in general. People will be leaving nut stains. Jesus Christ. Addy Z. Big up Ason. I've heard that vibes, including people are farting on the food, but the convenience is just too much. Yeah. To be fair, you can tell the convenience because, like, look at McDonald's. McDonald's I'm sure in most places around the world it's the same, but McDonald's delivery is basically double the price, if I'm not mistaken. Basically double, especially when you account delivery fee. But people still do it. I remember I was doing it quite a lot. I was ordering like bears on there, especially during COVID. But it's literally double, and McDonald's food isn't that great. But people would much rather be able to have somebody come and give it to them than that. Plus, I don't know about you guys, but in the UK at least, I don't know how the culture is different. Like in the UK at least, anyway, if you live in an apartment, like delivery people have to deliver your stuff to your door. They don't leave it downstairs in the concierge. Because in some countries, if you live in a building, an apartment block, the security or the concierge, both at the front, won't let delivery come up into the building. You have to leave the delivery downstairs, and then they'll ring you and then they'll buzz you, tell you to come pick it up. In this country anyway, delivery drivers have to deliver your thing all the way to your doorstep. So that convenience is too much for people to resist. They'd rather pay double for McDonald's and have somebody bring it right to their door than go outside and get it themselves, you know? I did have a habit when I did want to eat some shitty food. I did have this routine that I did, right? This little thing that I did where, like, if I wanted shitty food, I have to go and get it. It didn't always work though. Sometimes I'll succumb to temptation. But I did have this thing that I did, this kind of rule where I said if I wanted to eat like a burger, if I wanted to have like a pizza, I'd have to go out and get it and then bring it back home. To kind of justify, as opposed to ordering it off an app or something. But it can be difficult, man. It can be difficult. Hey, big up Ashley Cummings. What's going on, Ashley Cummings? What's going on, my dear? Big up Ashley Cummings. Bang your chest, my darling. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Big up Two Swords as well. What's going on, Two Swords? Hope you're good. Boba Fett, I see you. How you doing? Anyway, let's just jump into it, right? I've wasted enough of your time. Let's just jump right into it. So, let's bang through Wagwan. So, first things first. Bloody hell, man. LA is on fire. LA is on fire. As per the BBC, vehicles torched in downtown LA as immigration raid unrest intensifies. Vehicles torched in downtown LA as immigration raid unrest intensifies. So ICE are trying to get some illegals out. They're trying to get some illegals out in LA, and the LA residents are not having it. They're turning up. They're basically defending some of these illegals and basically making a stand that they don't stand for that sort of shit, which makes sense because I think LA is mostly democratic, right? I'm assuming, right? It's mostly blue. So it makes sense why they'd be against this sort of thing. But the scenes have been pretty wild. Riot police, all this malarkey. One thing I don't understand, by the way, why are ICE agents allowed to wear masks, by the way, to conceal their identity? What's that all about? I don't really understand that. Why are they allowed to wear masks but police aren't? Like, police officers aren't allowed to, I don't think so, right? Police can't conceal their identity, but ICE agents are wearing like full shiesties. Protests have flared up again in Los Angeles as demonstrators against immigration raids face off with law enforcement for the third day. Watch live coverage below. National Guard units deployed by the President Trump used tear gas to force back protesters. Law enforcement move in to clear demonstrators as they block the major 101 freeway. Jesus Christ, they're blocking the freeway. Trump defends his move to send in the National Guard, saying that they will make sure there's law and order. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's going to get dicey. California's governors urged Trump to revoke the troop deployment, which other Democratic governors call an alarming abuse of power. Demonstrators have ignited self-driving vehicles in Los Angeles. They're lighting up Waymo cars and shit. This is fucking crazy. New dispersal order issued by LAPD. Los Angeles Police Department has issued a new dispersal order for the new area of Temple and Main Street in downtown Los Angeles. The quote says, less lethal munitions have been authorized. Less lethal munitions may cause pain and discomfort. Fucking hell. May cause pain and discomfort. Think twice if you're trying to protest. If you're trying to protest, please think twice. Ammunition may cause pain and discomfort. Fucking hell. Demonstrators are using chairs and garbage bins and other items to block the street. Oh, there's that useless mayor, right? There's that useless fucking mayor. What's she saying? What's this use? I'm surprised this lady still has a job. That's the thing about politics, isn't it? Politics is a lot like sports. Sometimes the more useless you are, the more you just hang around like a fucking bad smell. You know? Like, how has she still got a job after the fucking fires? How is she still there? What's she saying? What's Auntie saying? What's Auntie Bass saying?
What we're seeing in Los Angeles is chaos. When you raid Home Depot and workplaces, when you tear parents and children apart, and when you run armored caravans through our...
She has to read a paper to read that out. She couldn't remember that they're raiding Home Depots and shit. She had to read the paper to remember that they're raiding Home Depots. How much attention are you paying, darling? Auntie, how much attention are you actually paying to what's going on? That you have to look down and read your paper and say, they're raiding Home Depot? It's like, bro, it's happening in your state. Like, well, go on, wake up.
Our streets, you cause fear and you cause panic. And deploying federalized escalation. But we need to be real. This is about another agenda. It's not about public safety. There's clearly no plan, and there is clearly no policy. I want the people of Los Angeles to know that we stand with all Angelenos, no matter where you were born. The First Amendment right gives...
What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Powerful bunch.
What does that even mean?
Send in Kendall Jenner with a Pepsi quick.
Exactly. Yeah. Send in Kendall, send in Kylie, send in Kylie's new boo, Timothy Chalamet, that everybody's loving right now. They will fucking put an end to this right now. They'll put an end to this right fucking now. Oh yeah.
The ability again to protest peacefully, but it does not give you the right to be violent, to create chaos,
too late,
or to vandalize.
Too late.
That will not be tolerated.
Well, too late, darling. White House. Trump rightfully stepped in to restore law and order. The White House has said that the President Trump's rightfully stepped in to restore law and order, and the order because of Gavin Newsom's feckless leadership and his refusal to stop the violence attacks on American law enforcement. Jesus, bro, that come from the White House. A direct quote attacking Gavin Newsom. I thought he was in Trump's good books. With Trump, you can never know, and you never know if you're in his good books or not. 1 minute you're in, 1 minute you're out. White House spokesperson Abigail Jackson issued a statement after the California Governor Gavin Newsom said the Trump decision to deploy National Guard was purposely inflammatory. Honestly, man, some of these politicians, purposely inflammatory. What about people setting cars on fire? Isn't that inflammatory? What? Trump sends in the National Guard. Inflammatory. People lighting things on fire, smashing buildings, I don't know, throwing stuff at officers. That's not inflammatory, no? Okay. Gavin Newsom's a fucking joke guy, innit? White House statement continued. It's a bold decision. It's a bold-faced lie for Newsom to claim that there was no problem in Los Angeles before President Trump involved. Exactly. Everyone saw the chaos, violence, lawlessness. Unless, of course, Gavin Newsom doesn't think any of that is a problem. Ooh. Look at that. LAPD. Demonstrators have ignited vehicles. Demonstrators have ignited vehicles in downtown Los Angeles. In a statement posted on X, LAPD said it was attempting to enter the area to extinguish the fire. You know what? I'm not going to lie. LAPD are known to be quite useless. It's actually quite a miracle that nobody has been fatally injured. I'm not going to lie. LAPD are known to be a little bit you know, a little bit fucking trigger happy. They're known to be a little bit, you know, they're known to have a little bit of a short fuse. They're known to employ some numpties. It's actually a miracle that nobody's been fatally wounded or injured. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen. But they've been keeping their hand off the fucking Glock. They've been keeping their hand off the Glock. Thank God. The cars were lit ablaze. Are Waymo self-driving vehicles. Images broadcast by the BBC News Channel show at least 4 or 5 with their windows bashed and spray painted covering them. The cars are fairly unique in the US and Los Angeles, in one of the very few cities. The company is owned by Alphabet, which is Google. By the way, why are they lighting? Is there a reason why they're lighting up Waymo cars? What do Waymo cars have to do with legal immigration? What do Waymo have to do with ICE? Unless they mean Google is funding ICE or something. Like, why light up Waymo cars? Is that a Lime? Yeah, that's a Lime scooter, isn't it? Waymo car and a Lime scooter. That's fucking hilarious. BBC reporter describes the scene. We've heard a short while ago from our North American correspondent John Sudworth, who's been reporting from the bridge over 101 freeway. Speaking to the BBC News Channel, the sound of flashbang grenades in the background and helicopters whirling around. He described the police efforts to try to clear the protesters. Quote, "It just shows how fluid this is, how fast things are moving. As fast as police can respond to one group, there's something else happening somewhere else. We have seen police constantly on the move, trying to kettle and contain these protesters. Kettling is when police surround protesters and try to confine them to one area. But LA is a big city. There are localized protesters in the moment. Much of these cities carries on as normal. The LA authorities and governors of California say there is a sort of scale of protest they can deal with and they don't need the National Guard. The point that the police are making is this is not Los Angeles descending into all sorts of chaos." Oh, okay. So forget Gavin Newsom. I'm assuming if you're the police chief, you don't want Trump to send in a National Guard because it also reflects badly on you, because it shows that you can't, you can't maintain law and order in your state. So apart from Gavin Newsom saying that nonsense he was saying, the police chief himself is probably, he or she, doesn't want National Guard to get in there because it looks like it's a bad indictment on the police there that they couldn't get those people under control. So it's like all these little factions are warring against each other, right? The ICE agents, the anti-immigration people, the different parts of fucking law enforcement, like governors, politics. It's all like everyone's fighting. Everyone's fighting each other. Fucking hell. Let's see some clips actually. Let's go through some clips. I want to see some clips here. Big up Colin Rugg has got some clips. Who's this? This is a Democrat person. Who's this? What's her name? Maxine Waters. What's she saying?
Guns, and let people know that they're in our city with guns, and I'm sure they have orders to shoot and kill. I don't know, but otherwise they wouldn't have guns.
One question.
She's begging. She wants someone to get shot and killed, isn't it? These type of black women who are like, they love a good race riot, innit? They want a good race. You know she wants someone to get shot, preferably someone black or brown, so that she can start fucking marching like she's fucking Martin Luther King. Fuck out of here. She's begging for someone to get shot. She really wants someone black to get shot really badly. Oh yeah. If anything, you should be in there trying to fucking quell the atmosphere, trying to bring about peace, conversation, dialogue. That's what you should be doing in there, acting as a peacemaker. Not fucking, they've got guns, they're gonna shoot people. Like, come on, man.
Question, Representative Ms. Waters, if there's one statement that or a message that you can send to Donald Trump, what is that message here today?
My message to Donald Trump is you are a cruel human being.
Pick up Alessio, what's your workout routine be? Today, I did overhead presses, I did deadlifts, I did power snatches, I did a couple of shits on the fucking bench press. I tend to do some pull-ups, and then I ended it with a run at the end. So it's always strength and cardio, strength and cardio, strength and cardio.
And that you're using the poorest people in the land, the most vulnerable people in the land, to promote your politics. You are wrong. We know what this is all about. We have people who are immigrants here. Big up ASON. What am I wrong on, brother? Let me know.
Educate me, Ason. Educate me. What am I wrong on? What am I off on? What am I off on?
We're trying to seek a better living. We've come from places where they have experienced this kind of thing that he's doing here today. People who work every day, people who are paying taxes, who are raising their families, who are supporting education, they should not be treated this way. They should be given an opportunity to tell their story, whom they are.
I don't know. Look, maybe I'm being too naive here. I don't think this is the time to debate the merits of this fucking new anti-immigration drive that Trump is on and stuff and Republicans on. It's too late now. They're in power. They're going to do what they're going to do. Let them do what they want to do for their 4 years. And when your guy comes in or girl, you can do what you want to do. In this very moment, though, you should be trying to be a peacemaker, trying to encourage dialogue. You should be going there trying to take lime scooters out of people's hands, trying to remove Molotov cocktails from people's hands, try and kind of persuade people to stop getting violent with police officers, because police officers can get fucking violent back, and if they do, everyone's fucking dying. That's what you should be doing. You should be asking us to peacemaker. It's not a time now to talk about the merits of the immigration. Like, we all know it's bad, right? We all know, by and large, the fucking anti-immigration thing, the way they're doing at the moment, pulling people out of schools and shit, it's a bit too crazy. But they're doing it now. It's too late. Now just try and manage the situation. This woman's just here yapping for yapping's sake. Like, bruh, there's cars behind you on fire. Maybe tell those people to stop putting the cars on fire, innit? Like, fucking hell.
And why they're here, and ask the United States to please do what the Constitution allows us to do, and that is give them consideration for having citizenship here.
Ms. Maxine Waters, thank you for those words. Another thing, do you find it coincidental that this is happening at this time of the year right now? Is there anything that you can correlate with the timeline that it's happening with right now alongside?
No, I think that the president has not been able to live up to the threat that he used during his campaign, where he was going to get millions of them out of here. And I think it's come to the point where he thinks he's got to show something. But also, his ridiculousness has taken over the armed services to celebrate.
Trump is looking for excuse to exercise federal authority. California can handle it, but it's an opportunity for Trump to be a dictator.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was just about to say. Like, is this even an important issue for you Americans over there? Is this the most important issue for you, for everyday Americans right now? Is immigration the most important issue right now for Americans? Are Americans, with the ones without jobs, are they actually like sitting there thinking, fuck, I can't get the job because XYZ illegal person has got the job and is working for free, so I can't work there? Would you even work those type of jobs anyway? The type of jobs illegal people work are probably jobs that are like cash under the table. They're usual menial labor jobs. They're usually service jobs. Do most Americans want to work those jobs anyway? I don't know. But I don't know. It all feels like a distraction. Like, is this really the biggest issue out there? I know it's an issue. You have to address it in some way, but the way they're addressing it as well, like, it's just, I don't know. What I don't like is this type of shit. It sounds like she's trying to stoke the fires. She's like an ambulance chasing away. She's waiting, hoping for some sort of like civil unrest to erupt in a really big way. Hopefully something racially motivated. Obviously with it being ICE, you know, that's likely. And then she can sweep in and start fucking putting her fucking fist up in the air. Like, I don't know, man. Call for peace. Call for tranquility. You can protest without lighting cars on fire. Like, honestly. You can protest without burning down your community. You really can. Especially in this type of instances. There are instances where protesting and kind of increasing the level of fucking aggression, whatever it may be, is warranted. But when it comes to this, like, you can protest ICE without lighting things on fire. Honestly, you can. If you mobilize, you could probably stop ICE from fucking taking people out of the community anyway. By not using any type of force, by not using any type of fucking weapons or, you know, flammable objects and shit. That's entirely possible, but these motherfuckers are doing too much. And then when the police come in like stormtroopers and start kicking everyone's heads off, everyone starts crying. Like, I don't know, man. These LAPD people, they're pretty shit at their jobs from what I've seen online. You don't want to antagonize them.
His birthday is coming up, and people are saying, are you going to spend millions of dollars celebrating your birthday using the armed services to do it? And
Big up Vic Aldama. Sounds pussy, AZ. Yeah, probably is, brother. Probably what I'm saying does sound pussy because it is. But unfortunately, the horse is bolted. The horse has bolted. You have to do the situation as is. This guy is in power. He's the president. He's going to do what he wants to do for the next 4 years or so. You're going to have to handle it how you're going to handle it. Like, I don't know. What else are you going to do? No matter protesters is going to... Basically, the protests aren't going to prevent these people from getting, you know, fucking deported. They're eventually going to get deported anyway. You know? Like, it is what it is.
I think that adds to it. All of this is coming to the forefront now.
Actually, maybe that's the whole point then. Maybe that's what Vic was trying to say. If this is how it's going to be, then you might as well just let it all burn, right? But that's also too black-pilled for me. That's also too black-pilled for me, man. That's too black-pilled. I can't get with that. There is a way to fix things, but I don't think fixing things works this way.
Congresswoman, how should the city of LA and the state of California react to this? What's the smart play here?
All of the elected officials in this city should be on the street. The mayor should be on the street. The city council should be on the street. Everybody should.
Why? Why should they be on the street?
Powerful bunch.
Be out, KP.
What else you got, Chen?
Yeah, don't worry. We'll move on soon. We'll move on soon. Don't worry. We won't be on this forever. Don't worry.
Should be on the street. All of the state elected officials. All of us in Congress. We're supposed to be in Congress tomorrow, but I want you.
Yeah, big up Brian. There's no saving America. We're too far gone. You're probably right, brother. Big up Ryan Harty. The National Guard is coming in to mosh tonight. Yeah, they're going to be moshing on people's heads, brother. They're going to be moshing on people's heads. Big up a young about this ain't the answer, but something needs to be done. Yeah, something needs to be done, but I don't know if you want to antagonize those guys, man.
To know, I'm trying to stop him from getting richer and richer on crypto. The more money he has, the more powerful he has, the more he will elect people. So we got a lot of work to do.
So bodies on the street, basically.
Bodies on the street, people on the street, absolutely.
Ms. Waters, before
she wants those bodies to drop.
We let you go. Anything that you can say to anybody watching or the public that's
not gonna lie, that jacket's kind of hard, man. That jacket is kind of hard. That jacket is kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie.
That wants to come out here or just simply watching or wants to know anything that you want to tell them that they should do or shouldn't do.
Well, here's what I want to.
Yo, big up my jigger mech. Wagwan mech. Bang your chest, brother. Big up Jack Donny Jr. If they were capturing and deporting illegals legally, I wouldn't have a problem with it. What they are doing is not legal, nor is it immoral. Yeah, exactly. I saw there was one where a guy was at a deportation place or like an immigration place, like a center, getting his papers or something, and they kind of bum rushed him in the fucking hallway. Like as he's queuing up to go get his stuff sorted. They grabbed him up and tripped him on the floor. Stop resisting, stop resisting. Like 17 guys, 17 ICE agents. Like, God damn it, bro. Is that really necessary? Like, oh, yeah. Anyway.
Support. I want to support people having a voice. Peaceful protests are okay. They're all right.
Grandma, go home, man. Put your dentures in and go to sleep. Another one here. What's this? A runaway zebra was captured after a week on the run in Rutherford, Tennessee. A runaway zebra. What? Big up the zebra. Holy shit, that zebra's heavy, isn't it? That fucking that helicopter's spinning. That zebra's heavy. The helicopter's spinning. Wow, that's so fucking cool. Big up, Coil. What's Trump saying here?
As far as what I think it is, I mean, if we see danger to our country and to our citizens, we'll be very, very strong in terms of law and order. It's about law and order. We're going to be watching it very closely. And when they spit at people, you know, they spit. That's their new thing. They spit and...
Big up the spitters. Big up the spitters. Big up Poetic Flocko. Big up almighty suspects. Free almighty suspect. Big up the spitters. Big up the spitters. Big up 16 shot 'em. Big up the spitters.
Worse, you know what they throw at them.
Big up Scorcher. Big up Wiley. Big up Dizzy Rascal. Big up Kano. Big up DWE.
Right?
Big up Jadakiss. Styles P. Black Fort.
And when that happens, I have a little statement.
Max B. Free Max B. Cameron. Jules Santana.
They say
Jim Jones.
they spit,
Daylight.
we hit. And I told them, nobody's going to spit on our police officers. Nobody's going to spit on our military, which they do is a common thing. They get up to them this far away and then they start spitting in their face. That happens, they get hit very hard.
Ooh, they spit, we hit. That's a slogan, isn't it? They spit, we hit.
Even if you're not planning to invoke that Insurrection Act, you still plan to send troops?
Well, we're going to have troops
If she spits, I ain't hitting. If she spits, I ain't hitting.
everywhere. We're not going to let this happen to our country. We're not going to let our country be torn apart like it was under Biden and his auto pen.
What's the bar for sending Marines to
The bar
different
is
cities?
what I think it is. I mean, if we see danger to our country and to our citizens, we'll be very, very strong in terms of law and order. It's about law and order. We're going to be watching.
It's about law and order. What's happened here? California Democrat Republic. What caused the Los Angeles riots? Peaceful riots. No way she said that. Did she say that?
We are having an administration that's targeting peaceful protests, people that are there to protest. The president is sending the National Guard because he doesn't like the scenes. He doesn't like the scenes.
Peaceful. What?
We are having an administration that's targeting peaceful protests, people that are there to protest. The president is sending the National Guard because he doesn't like the scenes. He doesn't like the scenes.
God almighty, man. The brain rot. God almighty. Peaceful. Okay. Whatever you say, lady. Whatever you say. What's this guy saying? Just did FBI's... What? What? Sorry, hold on. Let me read that. The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of a thug who was filmed throwing rocks at law enforcement cars. Rotted. 50 grand for this guy. To be fair, it's a decent throw, isn't it? It's a decent throw. I'm not gonna lie, he's got a decent arm on him, innit? He's got a decent arm on him. But are those windows bulletproof, right? Because he's so close, but the windows aren't shattering. Fucking hell. Peaceful protest, peaceful protest. Fucking hell, bro. Peaceful protest. But then if one of those police officers rides up the curb and knocks him over, everyone starts crying. He opens a GoFundMe, people on the news. His mum comes on fucking CNN, starts bawling her eyes out. Now my son can't walk anymore. Bro, don't throw stones, man. What are you doing? Against a car, you're gonna lose, bro. You're gonna lose. Honestly, you and a rock via car, you're gonna lose. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you can do some David Goliath thing. Maybe there's a David Goliath where you could win. Maybe if you like hit hard enough, you throw it hard enough and it pierces the windscreen and the driver loses control and then rears off the road and hits on the wall, you know? Maybe there's a way you can defeat a car with a rock. Do you guys in the stream chat think you could defeat a car? If a car was coming at you, if a car was coming towards you and you had a rock and you had one chance, could you defeat the car? By you know, just, you know? People in the stream chat, how many of you would snitch? If you knew who this guy was, how many of you switched? Be honest. 50 grand reward. How many of you guys would snitch if you knew who he was? 1 if you would snitch, 2 if you wouldn't snitch. 1 if you snitch, 2 if you won't. If you knew who he was, how many of you would call up the FBI? 1 snitching, 2 no. 1. Everyone's snitching 50k for Rockman, yeah? That's Felipe. Big up to his swords. 1-1. If he's not a friend, 1-2. I'll call my grandma. Big up Koila. I'll call my grandma if you have a 25k. Big up Young Gold Vibes. I love telling, it's my favorite. Young Old Vibes is never escaping the Charleston White's daughter allegations, in it. Young Old Vibes is never ever escaping the Charleston White is my daddy allegations. What a legend. But yeah, okay, 50 grand, man, 50 grand. What's happening here? Justin, LA Mayor Bass says, what? What's she saying now? What's Auntie Bass saying now? You don't need troops, yeah?
Try to spread them out a bit. Now, obviously, they're trying to disperse them. I'm curious if now that the National Guard troops are there on the ground, if there is any urgency on the police department's part to really put out an even stronger force and a stronger posture to get this under control. So you can, and I know your governor has said that they don't want, that he's formally requested that the National Guard troops go back, that they're not needed. Were those things correlated?
Well, I absolutely agree with the governor in asking that the troops be withdrawn. I don't think that is the way to bring peace in Los Angeles. I think that...
Hey, lady, we tried it your way. They let you run it the way you want to run it. And there's fucking Waymo cars on fire. I don't think you have any position to talk now. We tried it your way. You didn't fix it. Now the troops are coming. Now bring the stormtroopers. Bring the fucking stormtroopers.
That our law enforcement officers can handle this situation, but I just have to repeat again, it's a feeling here of intentional chaos in a situation that had not broken out to violence, short of a few people, and there's nothing unusual.
The odd thing is, right, if they would have just got the, if they would have just done what needed to be done in the beginning, it would have been fine, innit? Right? You let people protest, you let them get it out, you let them fucking protest peacefully, however they want to do it, but you manage it in a way, right? You manage it with the police, whoever else you're managing it with, local authorities, but you manage it. You don't just let people do whatever, you know what I mean? You don't let people light things on fire. That's when it goes too far. You don't let people get in fucking physical skirmishes with like ICE agents. That's just a bit too much. Let people protest and stuff is fine, but now, because you didn't get it under control, now most likely something bad was going to happen. Because when those fucking National Guard guys come in, they're going to be ramped up. They're going to be giving a pep talk about cracking heads, you know what I mean? They're going to be told to crack some heads, break some bones. Those guys and girls are going to come in on job. So, like, thoughts and prayers for everybody in LA and protesting. The next couple of days are going to be a bit crazy out there.
About that, and our police departments can manage that, but it is as though troops were rolled out in a provocative manner, and I do not see how that is helpful to Los Angeles right now.
The troops are coming in provocatively. Oh, this woman's fucking legend. Justin, a multiple Waymo. Honestly, why are they lighting up Waymo cars? Do you think they're mistaking the Waymo cars for like police cars or something? What do you think is going on here? Do you think people are mistaking the Waymo cars for like police cars? Like, why are the Waymo cars getting destroyed? Okay, cool. Whatever makes you happy. Approximately 50 active Marines are prepared. Jesus Christ. Approximately 50 active duty Marines are prepared to deploy, according to CNN. The U.S. National Command is saying that 500 active duty Marines are, unquote, prepared to deploy in the world. In the words. Holy shit! They're sending the Marines. Oh my God, man! Can't people protest without having to fight a Marine? Is that what we're doing now? We're sending in Marines to stop people protesting? Huh?
the police officers on horseback coming in and the impact that that has had. What does that say to you?
So horse or mounted police are very good with crowd dispersion. It's not that the horses are attacking anyone. It just serves as a wall, as a deterrent, and people are sometimes willing to evade animals more than they are willing to evade police officers. And so we're seeing this work. We're seeing what the basics of de-escalation, which is what the goal is.
Sending police officers on horses and Marines is de-escalation. Wow. Okay.
This stage, as the mayor said, you prosecute people who are assembling unlawfully or performing criminal acts, and you want to protect people and law enforcement should things get out of hand. So her press conference was addressing this issue.
Yeah. I also want to ask you about some breaking news that we're just getting in. This is brand new into our newsroom, that the U.S. Northern Command is saying that approximately 500 active duty Marines are, quote, prepared to deploy, in their words, as unrest in Los Angeles continues. This is after, of course, the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, had mentioned this. Is that necessary at this point?
No, not operationally, it's not necessary. There may be other reasons for it. I want to just put this in perspective. Los Angeles is a multi-million person city. We are looking at unrest, and I'll use all the language of those who want this deployment: unrest, crime, vandalism, attacks against law enforcement. Even if all of those are true, nothing rises to the level. Nothing in any training in any way we've thought about this before would justify the activation of active military.
Fucking hell. Okay, what's this one? A rioter is holding a Mexican flag. This is Mexico. No, this is America. This is Mexico. How do you say that? SOS? Would it be SOS? Would it be SOS? SOS Mexico. Hey yo, enjoy it while it lasts, my guy, because when those Marines come in, it's gonna be peak for everybody. What's that? CNN declares the riots are taking a turn. Law enforcement has a problem. Oh, you think they've taken a turn now? You think they've taken a turn?
Who has been standing by all day. Kyung, a lot has happened since we've been...
Finally, CNN's admitting what's going on the ground. They're finally admitting, oh, the house is on fire.
Talking to you. Where are you now? What is the status where you are?
Well, there are multiple protests now, or at least we should call them incursions, between the people who've been demonstrating here, people who've joined in, and law enforcement. We are near where all of this began, and what you're seeing here is a line of...
Big up Coiler. Sending BG on horseback is fucking crazy. Big up Coiler. Yeah, oh yeah, true. Good point there. Yes, because the sun is setting in LA right now, so it's going to get worse at night. Very, very good point.
Of a mix of, though predominantly federal agents, Department of Homeland Security, Customs and Border Patrol, as well as the National Guard.
Yeah, big up Alrighty. I'm Mexican. I support the deportations. It took my mum years to work to become a national citizen in the legal way. Yeah, I don't think anybody supports like mass illegal immigration, really. I don't think any sensible person supports like mass illegal immigration. Especially if you came to the country illegally. You're definitely not going to be okay with it. It's just the way they're doing it that's a madness, you know? I just don't know. Surely there has to be another way. Like, it just feels like the way they're doing it is like antagonistic in itself, you know? There's no way you can deport people the way they're deporting people and not cause civil unrest. It's just going to annoy people, you know? It's just, I don't know.
Brought out some of these protesters, but you can see they've created quite some space between them and then these protesters. That
Big up Ason calling me a bootlicker. Ason thinks I'm Jason Whitlock, innit? To Ason, I'm Jason Whitlock. We got Ason thinks I'm Jason Whitlock. I forgive you. You grew up under inherited monarchy. You love the taste of the boot. The taste of freedom. Fair play. I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I am young Whitlock. Young Whitlock.
Violence that you were referring to, Jess, you can see that there's a car burning in the background. And while they've made a semicircle here on the street, you can see that the Waymo over there has been...
To be fair, that looks kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. That looks kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like that. That's a good hand style. Fuck ICE is done in a very good hand style. I'd drive that. It looks probably kind of cool.
Vandalized. And we understand that some cars over there may also be Waymos that have been set on fire. So this is a part of the night that law enforcement really worries about, because when I look at some of these protesters, they are not resembling the people who were here when all of this began earlier this morning in Los Angeles. This crowd is different. And so now you have a problem for law enforcement trying to contain these people, whoever they may be, some of them who may have some legitimate concerns.
But that's a problem, though. The law enforcement treat the ones that are peaceful and the ones that are antagonistic the same way. Same level of aggression and anger. Big up Daniel Clemens. People are pissed because of the cruelty and the violation. The violation of human rights. Yeah, for sure. Any more violent scenes? No more violent scenes, I don't think. Any more violent scenes here to check out on? More cars on fire. Fucking hell. How safe is it? How safe on a level of like 1 to 10 is it that these electric cars are being lit on fire like this in the middle of the street? How safe is that? How harmful is our battery packs when they're lit on fire? How harmful is Jesus Christ? Yeah, exactly. This was really foreshadowing. Exactly. Very true. Very, very fucking true. Cool. Well, that's all she wrote. It's still going on now, right? It's still happening now. That's fucking crazy. Grandpa also Dave Donuts. Fucking hell. Los Angeles riots powered by AI. Escape from LA. Oh, yeah. New footage of LA. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Jesus Christ, bro. Anyways. Let's move on. Let's quickly do I think Tim spoke about what's his face? Rogan and that guy, right? Kash Patel. Because they spoke a little bit about what's going on with Trump and Elon Musk. So let's hear what Tim Dillon has to say about Kash Patel's appearance on the JRE.
Coming in is for, it's like to blow up the aid truck. It's to blow up like a truck of muffins. Where's the muffin? Coordinate on the muffin truck. All right. There's another truck coming in. What's that one got? I think that's the coffee truck. Okay. Like that's what's going on. It's blowing up food trucks. Go to Austin and do it. Get this Kash Patel up on Rogan. Kash Patel, by the way, I mean, this guy's the director of the FBI. He's dressed. Now, people go, Tim, you dress crazy. What am I doing? What the hell am I doing? This guy's the head of the FBI. He's dressed like he's going to pick his kids up at school. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
He's kind of dressed like Asian Joe Rogan, isn't it? He's got the same type of outfit that Joe Rogan wears. That looks like one of those hunting brands. You know, those kind of hoodie, sling, thin, Under Armour-esque type tight tops that Rogan likes to wear from those really bougie hunting brands.
going on. The guy's the head of the FBI. This is the biggest podcast in the world. He's there in athleisure. He's in like Lululemon athleisure wear, Kash Patel. Here's Kash Patel talking about why they can't put the Epstein stuff out because it will re-victimize the women.
What? Exactly.
What about the video from the island?
By the way, that's amazing spin, by the way. I did not see that spin coming. We can't release the Epstein's files because we're thinking about the women. Excuse me? What? That's why you can't put that. That's why you can't release the Epstein's files, right? It's the victims. What about if all the victims all agree and they all consent to the list being put out? Will you put it out then?
Oh, that's sorry. So you're talking about two different things. So
sorry.
So again, we're going to give you everything we can, and people have to remember.
Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you.
He's lying.
Let me explain to you.
He's lying.
You can't find someone better at lying than this.
Exactly.
You can't find someone better at lying than this. Has this guy practiced?
We're going to give you everything we can, and people have to remember, we're not going to re-victimize.
Tim's Burberry shades though. Tim's shades game is fucking on top. I ain't to up my levels. Tim, when it comes to the shades game, so big up Young Old Vibes. Why does Tim always dress like he's forced to go to a ski trip? Because that's Tim, innit? He likes to find the things in life. If Tim wasn't so lazy, he would love nothing more than to go. What's that place that everyone goes to? Is it in America? That place that everyone goes to ski. That fancy place. All the celebrities go and they hang out, wear cool clothes and shit. What's that place called? Is it Aspen? Yeah, Aspen. Tim would love to go Aspen. That's it. That's his crew. That's his crew of people. He loves those rich people. Those not even rich, wealthy people. You know, that's what he loves. He loves to be surrounded by people of wealth. That's why he's dressed like that.
Women.
What?
We're not going to put that shit back out there. It's not happening.
One more time.
Everything we can, and people have to remember, we're not going to re-victimize women.
What?
We're not going to put that shit back out there. It's not happening, because then he wins. Not doing it. You want to hate?
Then he wins, you know. Suddenly, the head of the FBI is sounding like some sort of fucking Me Too, believe all women proponent or something. It's like, what? Now all of a sudden you care about the fucking treatment of women. I think it's a little bit too late for that, brother. I think it's a little bit too late for that.
Hate me for it? Fine. Again,
Can
logical
you blur the women?
play out. If there was a video.
What?
He's just lying.
Stop that for a minute. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Exactly.
Just blur the women. Let's just blur the. Why wouldn't you just blur the victim?
It's not that difficult.
I mean, we have that technology. If Palantir has the technology to identify an aid truck going to Gazan civilians and blow it up, we certainly have the 1997 technology utilized on, A Current Affair or Entertainment Tonight to blur the victim. No?
Exactly.
Zillow uses that technology when you're selling a house and the house next to it doesn't want to be sold. We use it there. Kash Patel. Let's listen to more of Kash Patel.
You want to hate me for it? Fine. Again, logical play out. If there was a video of some guy or gal committing felonies,
But there is.
And I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
Yes, but that's why everyone's confused. This is my favorite part of this whole thing. He goes, if there are videos of people committing crimes on that island, but hold on.
There are videos.
Pam Bondi said there were videos. She's the Attorney General. She goes, there's hundreds of hours of video. That's a quote from Pam. But get the Pam Bondi quote up by the videos. Here's the thing. If you're going to lie to me, do it good. Do it well. Pam Bondi Epstein video. They got her. I don't know if O'Keefe did it with Veritas. I forget who did it. She's out there going, there's hundreds of hours of videos. She goes, there we go. Miami Herald. Tens of thousands, Bondi says. FBI is reviewing Epstein videos. So this woman's the Attorney General. Okay, so Pam Bondi.
So Kash Patel came in with some good intentions, but it seems like he has quickly got in line. He came in talking a big game. I'm going to release the files. I'm releasing everything, blah, 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 blah. As soon as he got a good talking to from somebody on the inside, he now suddenly sounds very whimperish, isn't it? Kash Patel before sounded very bombastic, confident, a little bit unhinged in a way. Now all of a sudden he sounds very meek, doesn't he? He sounds very meek, very kind of, you know, like it sounds like he's been broken. Someone told him, you know? Someone told him Wagwan. Someone fucking told him Wagwan. Anyway, big up Tim Dillon, big up Kash Patel, big up Tim Dillon, big up Joe Rogan, big up everybody in that crew. You get me? You feel me? We're never getting those Epstein files. We're never getting them. Especially if you believe that what Elon said about Trump being on the files. By the way, he deleted that tweet, you know? Elon deleted that tweet. Probably because, you know, he was maybe threatened with legal action or maybe threatened with deportation. But Elon deleted the tweet. So I wonder. I don't think we're ever getting those Epstein files. But I think most of us sensible people know that the reason why they're not out is because they probably include some very, very powerful people. And what's the point of being powerful and rich if you can't stop those things from getting out, you know? That's one of the things when you're powerful and rich. You want to have the sway and the influence to be able to stop a list like that getting out in public. You don't, you know what I mean? So I think all the rich and powerful people who are on that island terrorizing young girls, flying in people, human trafficking shit, all that awful, evil shit, they're probably never going to be brought to justice, to be fair. There's a certain caliber of people who never get brought to justice. There's a certain level of people who never get brought to justice, and that's the level. That's the level, man. They probably committed all sorts of manner of crazy acts, crazy offenses, but they're never ever going to get brought to justice. That's the really unfortunate side of things. But yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Cool. Let's move on. Let's talk actually about. Let's actually do a podcast cringe. Big up podcast cringe. Podcast cringe got a new one. Big up Don Dota. I just want to see Kash Patel pop some zins and talk about saunas and nootropics. Exactly. Big up Pre-Bam Loco. His eyes scare me. Big up Black American. Big up Joe from MIA. They probably made threats to his family. Yep, probably. Big up Josie Wagwan. Jerry Mouthpiece for the establishment. Yep. He's definitely not our guy anymore. They saw DJ T's ass clapping in and decided not to subject anyone else to it, maybe. Yep, big up Black American. Yep. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me read that again. They saw DJ T's ass clapping in. Okay. Now you're going too far. Black America, I just read what you actually said. Yeah, no one needs to see that. No one needs to see DJ T's massive flat ass getting clapped. Or him clapping. You know, no one wants to see that. Good point. New podcast cringe just dropped. Shane Gillis, Mark Norman, save our parks. Shane Gillis and Mark Norman save, protect our parks. Let's check it out. Big up podcast cringe.
Wait, are you going to church too, or is that bullshit?
I have been to church.
Why?
Have you ever been to church before?
Oh, so it's true. The rumors are true. Rogan is now a Christian. Rogan is now going to be a born-again Christian. Rogan is now a born-again Christian. The rumors are true. Some Christian guy came out in the news and said it, I think recently, about Rogan going to church or something. I forgot who the guy was, but some guy came out recently and said, I forgot what his name was, but he did come out and say, yeah, Rogan is attending my church. He probably shouldn't have said it, to be fair, but he said it anyway. Let me see if I can get up on here. Joe Rogan church pastor, some young dude. He just blurred it out on the podcast, so I think everybody found out.
Powerful bunch.
Yo, big up Jay for life. Appreciate you, brother.
Big up 7 for 7.
Yeah, big up Jay for life. I appreciate you for the super chat, brother. Thank you for hanging out. You're a legend. Yeah, this is the guy. This guy said it. Joe Rogan's going to church. This guy right here.
Did Joe Rogan, the most influential podcaster on the planet, start going to church? Well, according to Christian apologist Wes Huff, yeah, he did. Take a look.
Joe Rogan and I have had on and off communication since then. I can tell you for a fact that he is attending a church and that that has been a consistent thing. And so, you know, things are happening, and he's a very inquisitive individual. And I think for the better, in that he's communicating with me and other people in his life who are influences that can speak into, you know, these issues of reliability and trustworthiness and verisimilitude of something like the pages of scripture.
Okay, so I'm joined now.
Could you imagine if Rogan ends up getting most of his friends fucking saved? Could you imagine if Rogan manages to influence his little circle of friends and bring them all to Christ? Get them born again. Get them baptized, sorry. Could you imagine if Rogan leads some new drive for Christianity amongst stand-up comedians? Could you imagine a new modern take on on being a Christian, you know? Like he probably goes to one of those fancy churches in Austin where the guy has like tattoos and wears like skinny jeans and shit, you know? Like, it'll be so fucking funny. But the Rogan that we had before, man, like the Rogan that we knew in the past would absolutely laugh at the one we have now, innit? The Rogan that would question everything, especially stuff like religion, organized religions at most. But I wonder if it's also a play for his money. I wonder if this is a play for his money because he's so rich now. I wonder if he's like looking out for that and he wants to protect his money, so that's why he's leaning into a church thing. I wonder. Maybe soon the JRE will be listed as a church so that he can be tax exempt. You never know.
I bet.
It's actually very nice. They're all just trying to be better people. It's a good vibe. It's just a Christian church.
A non-denominational Christian.
Literally all I eat.
Uh-oh.
I eat 90% red meat.
Wait. Are you sober?
Yeah. Dog, for 3 months.
Don't you get bored, though, at night?
No, I thought I would. That's the thing.
Come on.
Wow. Interesting. Rogan's sober now. To be fair, I'm glad he's sober. Because I was fed up with the weed talk. I'm not going to lie. I'm glad Rogan's sober. Me, for once, I'm glad that Rogan's sober. I'm fed up with DMT talk. I'm fed up with LSD talk, mushroom talk. I'm fed up with fucking cannabis talk. I'm fed up of it. You're too old to be talking about that shit. Like, leave me alone. I'm actually happy he's sober now. Please, for the love of God.
I have fun doing stand-up. I have fun hanging out in the green room. You're just tired all the time. It's like it beats you down. And if I was doing 3 nights in a week at the club, and
hold on, let me bong this beer.
Yeah, exactly. Buy Bodega Cat.
J-Mo, bong a beer, brother.
We'd love to have you. Are you sober too, like Gay Rogue?
Protect Our Parks is back for episode.
Wow, so young Jamie's sober too. Young Jamie's sober, but doesn't young Jamie take golf pretty seriously? Maybe that's why. I think young Jamie's super into his golf and shit. Maybe that's why he's sober. I don't know.
Episode 15, and a lot has changed since the last time we were here back in January this year, and I'm not just talking about Joe Rogan's pin code. The first thing is they're back on YouTube after 3 episodes, 12, 13, and 14, weren't uploaded due to copyright reasons. Maybe you guys remember, just after Rogan struck his second Spotify deal, part of his agreement was that Spotify would publish all JRE episodes on all platforms and monetize everything themselves after his viewership dropped by over 75% during the 3.5 years he was exclusive to Spotify. That's why you now see those ad reads around
75% drop. Bombarrated. So only dorks like me actually followed into Spotify. Most people who went to Spotify just stopped listening, right? Innit? Just waited for the clips, or then started rewatching when he came back to YouTube. That's crazy how people's habits work, innit? They just stopped listening. Okay, fuck it, it's on Spotify. No thanks. So they just stopped. 75% drop is crazy.
The 8-minute mark and 35-minute mark. But since he came back to YouTube at the beginning of last year, you might also remember all those issues they were having with copyright, especially on the Protect Our Parks episodes where they play a lot of music. It was on episode 11 that Rogan and Jamie had to explain to Mark, Shane, and Ari that as part of their new contract with Spotify, they couldn't play any copyright-protected music on the show anymore, and Gillis blurted out, "But that's what we do," and Mark Norman said, "What the fuck did you guys oversized sign. So after all of that embarrassment, they didn't upload the next 3 episodes onto YouTube so they could have a drink and play whatever songs they wanted without losing any of Spotify's ad revenue over on YouTube. But now they're back, except their latest episode was the shortest in Protect Our Parks history, coming in at just over 3 hours and 10 minutes long. And I'm not sure what happened with Spotify, but somehow they managed to agree to allow Jamie to play whatever music Joe wants, because for the last 30 minutes of this episode, they were basically just listening to music and smashing beers. Well, except for Rogan, because he's sober now. Oh, and he's a Christian as well. But I'll come back to that in a moment, because from the beginning, you could tell things had changed. It just seemed like they were kind of being reflective about their past shenanigans, and they were getting ready to settle down.
You sick.
I don't think that's a bad thing, bro. I'm not going to lie. I don't think that's a bad thing. I really don't. Like, these guys are actually... Like, isn't Ari's like... Ari maybe is closer to age to Rogan, isn't it, than the other guys. Ari's even super old. And even Ari, I think, didn't Ari like secretly get married or something recently too? But he kind of likes that image of, you know, being the reckless fun dude. But if they are gonna eventually all settle down and rein in the drinking, I'm good with it. I just want the shows to be funny. I don't care what they do. I mean, that's the thing. I don't care what they do. I just want the shows to be funny again. I want these guys to stop talking about politics, especially Rogan. I want the shows to be funny again. Please, for the love of God.
Oh, he came back with the bong. Dun, dun, dun.
It's just plastic. It's just plastic made in America. Hold on, I gotta piss. Don't start it before I get back. I won't.
Thank God you're leaving to piss. We had a triple wash this fucking pitcher because Norman pissed in it once.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
Wow. I don't remember that either.
We've had some really rough ones.
We've had some
Rough
rippers.
ones.
Like to the point where when it's like Protect Our Parks Day, I'm like...
Oh, yeah. It's like a marathon.
But America needs it.
Yeah.
The boys need it. They do. They tell me all the time. I see them out in the streets.
Yeah.
So when's Protect Our Parks?
Big up Josie, thank you for that. Big up Coily, yeah, Death Stop to Spotify. Big up Jack Donner Jr. How does Daisy still have hope for these pods? I have hope for these pods because I still have hope for myself, brother. I'm a flawed human being. I have many faults, many indeficiencies, many shortcomings, but I never lose hope for myself, so I can't lose hope for others. And I'm a cuck.
Coming back. They say it all the time.
When's the next one?
When's the next Protect Our Parks?
But they take a year off your life, so you got to spread them out a little bit. You know, it's like what's that? The Tough Mudder.
Right. You can't do them every weekend.
That one, the photo from the one where I had like 25 or 26 beers. Every once in a while I see the photo and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
What a nightmare
But that is what people genuinely need. They need bros.
Because they're doing it.
They want to. If they can't, they wish they could.
Yeah.
They want to.
By the way, I wonder why Joe doesn't realize that the reason why people enjoyed Protect Our Parks in the beginning was because it was the one time where Joe was like funny and silly. He was like, when he was drinking anyway, he tried and match the other guy's energy, because especially Shane and fucking Mark, they could knock them back in it. Like, those guys are boozers. They're not as annoying as Bert, so people don't probably pay attention to them, but those guys can drink, especially Mark Norman. You watch episodes of Mark Norman when he comes back from being on the road on Cheers with Stories, and his face is puffy and red. You can tell when he's been on it, on the drinking. So those are the only episodes you got where Joe was fun, you know? So it's weird that Joe doesn't realize that people actually enjoy that, you know, because he's always so serious. He always ruins the mood. He always, the joke always goes over his head, that when he actually does have some comedians around him who don't mind fucking taking the piss out of him as well, because these guys, you know, for better or worse, they don't lick his ass entirely the whole fucking episodes. They do like poking and prodding, especially fucking Mark Norman with these zingers and whatnot. I'm surprised he doesn't notice that and then try and, like, I don't know, correct course and do more of it, you know? Maybe have more of that personality on more of the other podcasts, instead of just having it be like a, you know, a couple of times a year that he kind of lets it be, he becomes all silly goose and loosey goosey. We want more of that, bro. We want more of that, please, for the love of God. But it's too little, too late now. Rogan takes himself seriously. He thinks he's a public intellectual, you know, whatever, all that nonsense.
Everybody wants to.
I grew up doing this. You know,
Every man wants to have fun.
I was
They
really
wanna get
hoping
together
I would
and not
stop doing this at some point.
No, never.
Never. Listen, this is the best life. This is the best life for guys.
Oh, 100%.
We're the luckiest people that have ever lived.
Like, you had Jimmy.
I love how these guys honestly think like everybody wants to be a comedian. I love how they think that all guys in the world want to be sat around on the table, live streaming to people, drinking beers. Like, they think everybody wants that. Like, it's actually interesting how it's actually fascinating how highly they think of themselves, you know? Like, nobody wants anything else out of their life. Everyone wants to be like 50 plus, smoking weed, drinking whiskey, talking about dicks and UFC and shit. Really? I don't think every guy wants that, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie.
Car on, and he was talking like, he's like, I'm doing this today, then I'm going to Chappelle's thing, then I'm doing Kill Tony, then I'm doing the Mothership, then I'm doing an arena in Scandinavia. It's
best life.
What a life.
It's the best life.
Of course, Rogan thinks that guys need a podcast with 4 dudes drinking to show them how to have fun. Like, he's already got a monopoly on shit-talking thanks to the Mothership Green Room, but now that's extended to drinking in his podcast studio. Why can't a podcast just be a podcast? It ain't that deep, Joe. We all know how to have a drink with our buddies and talk shit. We never needed you to show us how it's done.
There's a take on anything and everything that's like, ah!
Yeah.
You know, it's just got to find where
it's
it is.
kind of my goal, was to come up with the best
Want some of these
fart joke of all time.
AIDS dog?
No, not yet, Joe.
Come on.
What's that?
You're a bad influence
Lucy's.
today, dude.
Oh, yeah, what's up with you?
He's fired up, dude. He's game day.
You've pulled out 3 drugs. I've been here 8 minutes.
Shh. They're all legal.
Niggas see my Twitter, but they don't see how I'm feeling. So I became a Nazi, yeah, bitch, I'm the villain.
No drugs, no drugs.
It's just nicotine.
Just Ozempic.
Don't get the feds on us.
Lucy Breaker.
Don't get me wrong though, I like listening to them hanging out and talking about whatever's happening in the world. But let's be honest, the real reason we're all here is to listen to Mark Normand and Shane Gillis trolling Rogan. It must be hard for them being the only 2 comedians in that studio. So stick around because I put together a compilation of Mark and Shane's highlights for you guys towards the end of this video. The anti-Semitism was strong in this one, but there's something more interesting going on here in my opinion. See, I think there's something going on with Joe. If you haven't heard, Rogan stopped drinking 3 months ago and started attending church.
You know what'll get us is the gout. The gout's coming for us.
When I heard the causation,
fatties, isn't it?
No, Kyle Kinane has the gout.
What is
Well,
it?
he was
How
a
do you
fatty
get
for a
gout?
while.
What causes gout?
Meat. It's the king's disease.
DSP has gout. DSP has gout too. Fuck DSP.
Yes. Meat?
But what is the real
Fucking
cause?
red meat.
This sounds
It's
like
like,
nonsense.
no, it's
That's
like,
literally all I eat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I eat 90% red
Wait,
meat.
wait. Are you sober?
Yeah. Dog, for 3 months.
Sober from alcohol.
Yeah.
Be clear.
And according to the law...
Oh, okay. So he's not sober. Oh, boo, man. This sober stuff. Like, how could you say you're sober when you're not sober? Like, can't we be, as Jordan Peterson would say, let's be precise with our words. Precise. If you're sober, you're sober. If you're not sober, you're not. You can't say you're sober because you don't drink boot, because you don't drink alcohol, but then you smoke, you take fucking mushrooms, you do DMT and all that other shit. Like, that's not sober, bro. That doesn't count. It's not the same thing. This fucking guy.
Everything else.
And nothing else today.
Caused by a buildup of uric acid in the body, leading to formation of urate crystals in the joints. Ooh. Linked to lavish diets and alcohol consumption of wealthy individuals, including royalty. I guarantee you, it's the alcohol.
And not moving.
Yeah, it's not. It has nothing to do with meat.
Wait, are you going to?
Of course, Rogan would say it has nothing to do with meat. The description says it has something to do with meat and alcohol. Because Rogan eats the meat, he refuses to accept it. No, it's not the meat. Bro, it's definitely the meat too, I'd assume. It's probably just consumption in general, isn't it? It's probably just gluttony in general that probably causes gout, you know? Because again, DSP has gout. He drinks a bunch and he eats a bunch too. I don't think he eats red meat. He mostly just eats stuff that he orders on DoorDash, but he eats a lot. So I'm assuming that's what causes it. But I love how Rogan's brain works. Because he does it and he enjoys it, he doesn't like the sound of when someone says it's bad for you. So he immediately tries to discount it. It's not true. It doesn't exist.
To church too, or is that bullshit?
I have been to church.
Why?
Have you ever been to church before?
I've been.
It's actually very nice. They're all just trying to be better people. It's a good vibe.
Who the fuck is this guy? Who is this guy, man? Who is this Rogan? What the fuck is going on? But again, should be expected, isn't it? As soon as he went right wing, or as soon as he went MAGA, this was on the cards. as soon as he went MAGA, this was definitely on the cards, and it was coming. This was definitely coming. I can't wait to hear him start quoting his favorite scriptures. God Almighty!
Why don't you go to a Catholic church?
I tried that. I did that.
I went to St. Pat's in New York.
Yeah, that's a beautiful place.
So nice. Some
But
guy
wait.
gave me a rosary. I keep it.
If it's not
It's very
Catholic,
nice.
which one is it?
It's just a Christian church.
A non-denominational Christian.
Animal proteins such as pork, red meat, shellfish, and oily fish are high in purines, making individuals susceptible to gout.
There you go.
Huh.
No shellfish.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking the same thing. Big up Shades Car. I was literally thinking the same thing. I was thinking to myself, I wonder if this is just like what happens when you get older though, and you're wealthy. If you're not into like, because I remember somebody saying like, if you want to get the attention of rich people, the one thing you should always talk about is like longevity. Like if you mention longevity to rich people, you'll get their attention. Like anything around that, because they're all interested in it. They're all taking whatever supplement. They're interested in this therapy, this treatment, this, that. They all want to live as long as possible because they got money. They don't want the right to end. You know what I mean? They want to enjoy their wealth or their riches for as long as they can. So I wonder if Rogan's tilt to Christianity is more so because he's just got a lot of money now and he's contemplating his own mortality. And he wants to, I don't know, he wants to feel good about the end, you know? He wants to maybe hope there's like a pearly gates he's going to be able to walk through later on down in life. But it's just funny. It's just funny considering how staunchly atheist he was in the past, how much he used to question stuff like religion, how much he used to mock people who were very religious, and now all of a sudden, he's Mr. Christian, man. It's fucking hilarious.
Additionally, alcohol reduces the metabolism of uric acid, enhances the disease condition.
Oh,
big up Ryan Harty. Joe thought he was too healthy to get COVID. Boom. Exactly.
I guarantee it's the alcohol. The alcohol fucking lobby probably said, yeah, it's the meat. The meat, bro. It's just like they did with sugar. It's not us. It's saturated fat that's causing all these heart attacks to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Stay tuned for Joe Rogan's Christian arc. First, he told us he was a comedian, then opened up a comedy club and anointed himself as a comedy legend simply by placing his comedy album on the wall with all the greats that came before him. Next, he'll start his own church, throw on a wig, and declare himself the second coming of Jesus. But I'm not knocking Joe's newfound faith. It's just suspicious as fuck. People are speculating that he's got incoming allegations and he's trying to get ahead of them, like Russell Brand did. And I've also seen people saying ever since he made the move to Texas that it was only a matter of time before Rogan became a Christian and started attending church.
Because aren't there a lot of Christians in Texas anyway, right? There's a lot of churches there. Big mega churches, like evangelical, Baptist ones as well, I'm assuming, right? I don't know who the big one is there. I forgot. Is it TD Jakes out there? Is Joel Osteen in Texas? There's a few big people in it, like with mega churches. So he probably runs in those same circles. They probably go dinner together, talk around each other, you know? So it's you can see how quickly that could happen. Going to certain conferences, dinners, all that sort of shit. Isn't that guy in a wheelchair a Christian too, by the way? That guy is he the governor of Texas, the guy in the wheelchair? Isn't he like super religious as well? Am I mistaken? And him and Joe he's really close to that governor, right? Is it Babbitt, whatever his fucking name is? I think so, if I'm not mistaken. I think I might have read that somewhere. I don't know if it's true.
To Rogan's credit, I actually think it's deeper than that. Remember when that biblical scholar Wes Huff went on JRE after he debated Rogan's buddy Billy Carson? That was in January this year, around the same time Protect Our Parks 14 dropped, and that's when I think things started turning for Rogan. In fact, it was Wes Huff himself who confirmed Rogan had been attending church just 2 weeks ago on a podcast.
And have you talked to Joe Rogan since your out of the park
conversation? Okay, cool. He included the same clip I just showed you earlier on. Cool.
With him.
Well, my conversation with Rogan went 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
It was a little bit longer than this conversation. But yes, Joe Rogan and I have had on and off communication since then. I can tell you for a fact that he is attending a church and that that has been a consistent.
I don't think Rogan would have wanted this news to come out, you know. I'm not going to lie. I don't think he was happy about the news coming out. I think he would have preferred to just did it by himself in secret. He's probably been going for a long time. That's the thing. He's probably been going to church for a long time, just in secret and shit, or at least not saying it in public. I'm pretty sure he wasn't happy about this
thing. And so, you know, things are happening, and he's a very inquisitive individual, and I think for the better, in that he's communicating with me and other people in his life who are influences that can speak into, you know, these issues of reliability and trustworthiness and verisimilitude of something like the pages of scripture, and where he should and shouldn't be looking for the information in regards to that.
Geez, that looks like the most boring podcast ever. Give it a few years and that'll be Protect Our Parks.
Come on, podcast cringe. Be easy. Just a couple of Christian lads, you know, having fun. Forgive them because they're not drinking Bud Lights and they're not fucking sparking up a doobie or smoking on a bong or talking about STDs and shit. You know, come on, podcast cringe, relax. They're just some Christian lads. Christian lads can have fun too, my friend.
But on a more serious note, this is what I think happened. Wes Huff is a pretty charismatic guy. He wiped the floor with Billy Carson and in the process got Rogan's attention. Then he went on JRE, and I really think he impressed Joe with his knowledge of ancient texts, including obviously the Bible, but mostly his study of the reliability and accuracy of the actual texts in the New Testament. Now, I don't know a lot about this stuff personally. I specialize in talking shit about people on the internet, but apart from Jordan Peterson, Wes Huff seems to be the first Christian who really impressed Rogan and got through to him. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's what I think sparked all of this. Put aside whatever you think about Wes or Peterson or Christianity in general, the timeline of events seems to support my theory, in my opinion, of course. The funny thing is, since Rogan stopped drinking, he seems to have increased his intake of pretty much everything else.
The only reason... That's what I mean, though. It doesn't work like that. Like, when did this become a thing, by the way? When did that become a thing? When did it become a thing that that level of, that kind of sobriety was, could be seen as sobriety? It's not. Surely if you're sober, you're sober. If you're not, you're not. What is this? Oh, I'm sober, but only on the weekends. What does that even mean? Oh, I'm Cali sober. What does that even mean? Like, what does that even mean? Like, you don't get a pat on the back because you don't drink one night. Like, fucking hell, what is this? Everyone wants their cake and eat it too. It's so fucking weird. If you're gonna do the lifestyle change, do it properly. Either you're in or you're out. None of this in between shit.
I stopped the booze. The only reason I stopped the booze is because I wanted to see what it'd be like to have no booze for a long period of time.
Exactly. Big up Younger Vibes. Exactly. They make fun of Bert, but they're all the same. That's why in the beginning, and I'm gonna down that hill, I'm gonna say the same thing. At least Bert is like honest, somewhat, about his consumption. You can't really hide it because of what he looks like. But at least he's upfront about how much of a degenerate he is. At least he's upfront and honest about how much of a fame whore and how money hungry he is and shit. These guys all lie and act like they're not, but they're just as bad as Bert, if not worse. You know? Just as bad, if not worse. Bert just is unapologetic with it, and he screams and heezes and wheezes and all that shit on top of it. But they're all the same, really and truly.
Yeah.
It's a lot better.
I mean,
you feel a lot better.
Don't you get bored though at night?
No, I thought I would. That's the thing.
Come on.
Well, I have fun doing stand up. I have fun hanging out in the green room.
Yeah. But you're also not like well, when it comes to sobriety.
What flipped you? What was the final?
Yo, he told Finger to shush really there, innit? He told Shane to shush. Shane was gonna expose it. Imagine going to church, not drinking booze, but then still doing drugs. You know? No, imagine saying you're sober, not drinking, but then going to church, high still from weed and shit. But to be fair, these new type of Christians, this new modern form, or this kind of like contemporary Christianity, with these guys like the Justin Bieber pastor guy, it wouldn't surprise me to learn if some of those dudes microdosed. And they microdose while praying, microdose during Bible study. It won't surprise me if that's a thing now with some of these like new age Christian guys. Like what's that thing called? What's that church? Oh, Hillsong. Like that big church Hillsong. I'm not sure if they're still around, but that branch Hillsong I think was the same branch of church that Justin Bieber's pastor used to go to. It wouldn't surprise me if those guys were into like, dabbling into psychedelics for mind expansion to get them closer to God and shit, all this sort of nonsense. It wouldn't surprise me.
Switch.
I wanted to try.
Couple of lines of coke just to get you closer to the Holy Spirit.
fall down.
Well, I just got tired of feeling like shit when I would work out the next day.
The hangovers are real later.
It's real. It's
Take some
also
Manna.
you're just tired all the time. It's like it beats you down. And if I was doing 3 nights,
Yeah, big up Black American, exactly. That's the same thing that goes to the quote that I kind of butcher all the time about that Jordan Peterson said actually about why we maybe have an intrinsic displeasure towards homeless people or people that are begging on the street, because we can sometimes see ourselves reflected in them, because we know we're only a couple bad financial, romantic, relationship, employment decisions away from being that same person shaking a tin cup. So maybe Bert's blatant, unapologetic, fucking bombastic level 10 level of alcoholism is just too much for these guys to see every day, because they know they could easily be Bert if they kind of indulge and let themselves go, you know? He's just like a souped up version of them. He's just them turned up on 10. They're on 6, he's on 10.
nights in a week at the club. And
Hold
then
on, let me bong this beer.
Yeah, exactly. Bye, Bodega Cat. You'll be back. You'll be back.
You think so?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's a supportive friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like
I'm not
you didn't have a
alcoholic.
problem.
We're saying we
could
don't
have a
judge you
drink.
for your current situation.
Thank
But
you.
We would love to have you back.
It's just one of those things where you stop doing it and you're like, oh, I feel so much better. Why was I doing that?
It's also like at this point, like, who gives so don't drink.
See, I have I have
Yeah.
a different thing. I'll go like 4 or 5 days. By day 5, I'm going.
Let's go.
I know.
Oh, I'm
Jonesing.
getting wrecked.
Same thing.
It's not
The
even
month,
like
yeah, you can't just have all of a beer.
And then
Or
you
your version
regret
of
it.
4 beers.
You regret it the next day, but you're like,
well, the next day you go. I already threw away those 5 days.
let's keep going.
Fucking ride this.
Turn into a regretted
Right till the
Thornburg.
wheels fall off.
Look, I had a good time drinking. Don't get me wrong. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
just, I don't like what it does to your body.
It's nice to see that Mark and Shane give absolutely zero fucks that Rogan has.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think. It's been a while since I've been out and had a proper session, but I gotta be honest. I don't think when I've been out that I pontificate or talk about drinking as much as these guys. Like, what do you think it is? Maybe it's because they're on a podcast. What is it about this, like, talking about this stuff all the time? Like, it's like they're drinking for the first time, you know. It's like something that you used to do when you were a teenager or something. When you first had your first couple of beers, you maybe bought your first bottle of liquor. Like, you just drink, innit? If you want to drink, you just get hammered. You just get hammered, you go home. There is no fucking conversation. It's not deeper than that, you know? There's no philosophical conversation around it. It's just you're feeling a bit down, or you want to get lit, you get drunk, you get high, you go home, you sleep, you wake up with a hangover, you fucking order yourself a fucking takeaway and you keep it moving. It's not really that deep, you know? Like, these guys are like going on and on about it. It's like, bro, it's just booze.
Stop drinking. Mark's waving his whiskey brand around for the camera, and Shane's telling Rogan to shut up for a second so he can smash a beer. But here's the thing. It's kind of a double-edged sword for Rogan. You guys have probably heard me say a few times that he's a massive hypocrite because he sits in the studio episode after episode crapping on about how healthy he is, spending thousands of dollars a month on supplements, peptides, TRT, HGH, and stem cell therapy. Fuck, he's even got Shane Gillis onto ways to well. In this episode, he was raving about how surprised he was to learn that his bloods are clean and he's not pre-diabetic. Seriously, somebody has to investigate this place. I was suspicious when Bert Kreischer started saying the same shit. Anyway.
Yeah, their doctors are scam artists, but they're also some of the best hustlers ever, innit? Let's be fair. The physicians, doctors, whatever, who work around comedians or people of money, of influence, whatever, those people, those men and women, they are top-notch hustlers. They are top-notch hustlers. Because I haven't heard a single one of these guys who indulges in themselves in all manner of things report back that their blood work was bad, their levels are all over the place, they're diabetic. They never say that. Their doctors and physicians always say they're healthy, they're great, they're doing well. You know, it's never bad. Like, how? How is it not bad when these guys essentially work in nightclubs every day? They go on tour, they drink all the time, they do whatever else they're doing on top of it, eating fucking horrible shit every day. Like, how is that even possible? Like, it's not. It's just a pure lie, but it's a good little hustle. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good little hustle. The same doctors that say that they're perfectly fine are the same doctors that give blood, you know, blood thinning or blood whatever medication. You know, they're the same doctors that put these guys on IVs and shit. Like, it's funny. They say one thing, but then do the complete opposite.
As I was saying, Rogan would wax lyrical about being super healthy while puffing on a cigar and sipping on a glass of whiskey, then going to his club and kicking on in the green room with all the elite assassins he keeps on his payroll. So it makes sense now that he stopped drinking, and you heard him say earlier that he feels better now, he was sick of feeling shit every day, etc, etc. Same old story. The flip side is he built his whole image on being a dude. He was the one who would get high while talking to a scientist and have a cigar with a professor. He was our guy on the inside, asking all the right questions and cutting through the narrative. But now that he's gone sober and become a Christian, the feeling is that all of that is slowly slipping away.
We just have to accept, myself included, as a fan of JRE, as a listener of the Joe Rogan Experience from around episode 402, 401, I just have to accept that the podcast that I fell in love with, the podcast that inspired me to start podcasting myself, because I think I was listening to Rogan, but then when I heard Bill Burr doing it on his own, that's when I started doing podcasts for myself, because I didn't know you could do it by yourself. I just assumed you always had to guess. No, I'm never going to ask anybody to guess because I'm just fucking, I'm shy. But when I heard Bill Burr doing it by himself, I was like, oh shit, I could do that. But Rogan podcast in the beginning was so fucking amazing. Introduced me to so many different things in the world. But that guy, that pod has died a long time ago. I just think myself anyway, I'm talking to myself right here. I just have to kind of accept that, you know, that's the case. That podcast, that person died a long time ago.
And when you combine this with how dense he's become over the last couple of years, how the pandemic broke his brain, he even got into politics last year for the first time and endorsed a major candidate. It seems like the old Joe is dead and the new Joe is slowly killing our beloved Protect Our Parks. I say this in every Protect Our Parks video. Thank God for Mark Normand and Shane Gillis, because without them, this episode would have been a snooze fest.
Israel, Palestine, and Russia, Ukraine really ended the climate change.
Oh, yeah. Ended everything.
You know what I mean? It was like, there's World War III's coming. It's like, we don't have time.
Yeah, none of the climate change people are like, these bombs are increasing the temperature.
Yeah.
I think Greta Thunberg, actually,
really?
unless that was fake.
It ended everybody saying dead babies are bad. They go, well, let me see where they were from first.
Can't kill them in Texas either.
It's a weird time. I caught that one.
Hey, thanks.
I caught it too. I just stared right through it. I just stared at the table going, I don't even think that's funny.
It is crazy I can't watch here on my phone.
That's a real
Ken, you just have to take a photo of your ID and send it to the government. What's the problem, Mark?
What am I, a
We want to
migrant?
know how into feet you really are. You have a male cat, you castrate him. Everybody does. Because you leave them in the house. If your cat goes in the house, they'll pee all over your house.
That's true.
They will mark every spot in your house.
Cat game.
You have to cut their balls off.
I'm just trying to get Norman to say
R. Kelly.
It's fun. It's amazing how many cats there are out there because every male cat gets his balls chopped off. Hinchcliffe can play piano.
Come on.
And drums.
Checks out.
And drums.
Yeah, he just sits
Piano
down.
checks out.
He
Drums
plays
does
drums,
not.
but he sits down and just starts playing piano. You're like, where did this come from?
Plays a skin flute.
Yeah, I was getting there.
Yeah, the extracurricular skills off stand-up is interesting. You can make a list of them. Bobby Lee can dance well and skate.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I bet he plays the out of some video games.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
and some math.
I'd love to see Bobby Lee skate. As in what? Skate as in skateboard? Bobby Lee can skateboard. I'd love to see Bobby Lee do a fucking pop shove. I'd love to see Bobby Lee do a fucking ollie. I'd love to see Bobby Lee dropping in on a bowl. Impossible. If Bobby Lee can skate, that's fucking awesome. If true, if he can actually really skate, that is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, certain guys are just good at the sports. Andy Haynes can shred on skis.
What a crazy dating app that is. Farmers only.
I know. It basically means whites
Yeah,
only.
they should have just gone.
That's all that is.
It's a how do you say it without saying it?
Yeah.
Not all black farmers
black
unless you're
people-
talking
black
weed.
people
I got
meet.
good news and bad news, Daddy.
I found a
The
farmer.
farmer, but
His name's Tyrone. He grows weed.
It's only watermelon. I don't know what the hell.
This
And
is
it's
worse
son of a
than
bitch.
usual.
Sorry.
Kid Cudi said.
Bieber
Kid Cudi said, Puff Daddy
burned his car.
broke into his house before Christmas and opened all the gifts for his kids.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like the Grinch.
And he called him when he was in his house.
Hey, buddy, I'm in your house.
Whoa, that's insane.
That's the funniest thing I've ever
That's
heard.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's
dark.
like Ari. Ari might be white
Yeah,
Diddy.
that's dark.
That's a fucking Ari trick.
You hate Christmas, you heeb.
Edgy Ari, innit? Edgy. Look, I'm a comedian. Get it? Look, I got my shirt off. Edgy Ari. He's an odd one, isn't it? Because he comes across like a prick on podcasts, but everybody vouches for him in real life. Everyone says he's a fucking great guy in real life. You know, he comes across like a proper melon on podcasts, isn't it? But everybody in real life, everybody vouches for him. Everybody's only got nice things to say about him personally. So he must be like a good guy. He just probably plays up the villain. He plays up the fucking annoyingness on the pods probably. But I just couldn't imagine being like 50 and being an edgelord, you know? Being 50 plus and being an edgelord just seems a little bit ridiculous to me, you know? You gotta grow up. But then maybe they don't. Maybe that's their profession. Their profession is that they're in a constant state of arrested development. If they grow up, they basically die. So you can't grow up as a comedian. That's kind of like one of the cons of it. The pro is that you get to be famous, you get to travel the world, see, you know, obviously perform in front of a crowd, live a good life. But the cons are, it can never be turned off, you know? It can never be fucking turned off. You always have to be the kind of silly goosey guy, you know? You always have to be that guy. Hey, young old vibes, watch your mouth. Not like Kanye, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Ye's a true speaker, not a fucking edgelord. Watch your mouth, okay? Don't speak about my goat like that. And it's not Kanye, his name is Ye. Don't dead name him. Don't dead name my goat. His name is Ye. His name is Ye.
Damn, dude, I can't believe you guys killed him.
Oh,
jeez.
Oh,
Santa too. You would if you could.
You would if the Jews got their. You're gonna burn your beak, Jamie. Delete the anti.
Jesus Christ. If the Jews could kill Santa, they would have. It's fucking hilarious.
No, keep it. It's allowed.
55 minutes out of this episode and everyone in the past.
Jamie, I'm not trying to add work. I swear, brother.
Sorry, J-Mo.
He's very sensitive on these shows. He needs to be respected.
I guess so.
I respect him. J-Mo, bong a beer, brother.
We'd love to have you. Are you sober
Why are
too,
you
like
so
Gay
mean?
Rogue? You all right, Ari?
No, he met the devil.
69.
He met the devil.
Oh, you had it set at 72, Jamie? That's unforgivable.
You're
what are you, a
right,
girl?
You're right, Jamie.
Girls
That's a
like
girl.
it warm? They like it warm?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love it
Really?
warm.
Interesting.
If
Girls
it's up
and-
to a girl, she'll go
Whoa,
75.
Easy.
Hey, Bert Kreischer's going to sue you.
Legitimately hot.
Bert Kreischer's going to sue you.
I wish you weren't doing that.
That is a bad look.
Jesus Christ, man. Body. That body.
Auschwitz 2025.
Exactly, yeah.
Just like Rogan used to be our guy on the inside, Mark Norman's now our guy on the inside of JRE, asking all the questions that people are thinking. I mean, he was the only one who brought up Rogan going to church and asking about his drinking, and he's the only one who basically called out Texas for their super conservative laws. The strange thing is, most of the drugs that Rogan takes are illegal in Texas, yet he sits there on almost every episode shitting on California for being a nanny state.
That's funny, isn't it? Exactly. Very, very strange that California, like, what did Brenda used to say? California is like is North Korea with a beach, which is weird because North Korea has beaches, you know. So it's always a funny thing. But yeah, let's rag on California, but then not say a peep about how draconian fucking Texas is.
Finally, Mark Norman pointed out the absurdity of being forced to upload your government ID just to see a few feet pics. I mean, what are we doing here, B? But everyone missed the funniest part of the whole episode. This was one of those funny moments where you have to look away because the cringe is too strong to handle. As soon as Ari brought up Elvis and karate, I was like, fuck, no way Rogan rolls with this one. Surely he realizes the parallel with himself and shuts it down. Clearly, everyone in the room missed out on the irony. Not even our boy on the inside, Mark Norman, had a zinger in his pocket ready to pull out and rapid fire at Rogan while he was describing his own comedy career.
once in a while you hear a Hitler story where you go, God damn, that was pretty sick.
Really? Big up on your vibes. Texas has very strict laws. Can't even buy liquor until noon on Sundays. Really? What? Yeah, a bit of Black America. And if you're rich, the rules don't apply to you. Exactly. Yep, exactly. That's insane. You can't buy booze until Sunday. So if I'm at an afters on a Sunday morning, I have to wait all the way until midday to go get a top up.
Chest to get hard. Love it.
I feel that way about a lot of them.
I don't know. They told us, and I could see them. That's big propaganda for young
That sounds
Jews to be
very
like, he was
methy,
pretty stupid.
Right? That's
Yeah.
very methy.
He did some meth.
As soon as you hear about a guy doing meth, you're like, oh.
Everything goes from that.
Yeah.
Big up Lush One. Big up Lush One. Whenever I hear meth, I think of Lush One. Whenever I hear meth, I think of Lush One.
Yeah. Oh, he's doing meth.
The book I read about him, he was by the end he was just sitting by his fire, and you just had to listen to him tell stories, and he would be on meth, and he'd be screaming for hours.
I've had that with Stanhope.
And what he was screaming about was like, I'm the greatest architect that's ever lived. I shouldn't even be doing this war. Everybody thinks he thought he was a great artist. He thought he was the greatest architect.
Oh my God.
This is Elvis with karate.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, look out, man.
Yeah. Elvis get pilled up, and they'd pretend that he was good at karate. And dudes are just like, I can't believe you're doing
Oh, the irony. That sounds like Rogan, innit? That sounds like Rogan.
this to me. They would try to move him, and he'd like put his neck out there and stop them from moving.
That's kind of nice. It's kind of nice.
Cranked out on pills.
Help this old man. Help
His
this old
liver
man.
was redlining all day long.
Just be like, I'm the best fighter ever time, man.
We went to Graceland.
How in the...
Yeah, big up Jose in the stream chat. Big up Jose. Big up Jose. Big up Deegan. Big up Deegan. I see you in the chat. Wagwan.
actual fuck did Mark Norman miss that opportunity to give us one of the best Protect Our Parks moments in history? All it needed was a "you should see your act" or something just to break the ice a little and remind Gay Rogue that he's a bomb expert. And not only that, not one person in the comment section noticed it either. Come on, people, do better. Way to let me down like that. But all jokes aside, which isn't hard when it comes to Rogan, I actually have a solution to all of the problems I've outlined in this video. Since Joe's moving into his Fox News boomer years and he cancelled Sober October because he's sick of Bert Kreischer annoying the shit out of him, why not replace Rogan with Bert and replace Ari with Tim Dillon? Hear me out. Just imagine that for a second. Instead of Rogan's political rants, we get Tim Dillon shitting on Elon Musk, Bert going so red in the face he blends in with the curtains behind him, while Shane Gillis calls everyone gay, and Mark Norman says, hang on, isn't Tim actually gay? Let's go, Joe. Do something.
I don't think that'd work. Tim doesn't really hang well with drunk people. I think he's mentioned it several times. He doesn't really do well around people that are getting smashed and fucked. I don't think he likes it. But yeah. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Anyway, big up Podcast Cringe. That's the video, isn't it? I think that's done. Now, right? Nothing more left. Yeah, nothing more left. Big up Podcast Cringe. Big up Blood Clot Podcast Cringe. Check out his channel. You know the vibes. You know the Blood Clot vibes. Let's move on. Let's do a bit of Johnny Somali. Big up the stream chat. Big up everybody in the stream chat right now. If you're locked in, you hear my voice and you like what you see what you like. Don't be lame. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel, okay? Don't be lame. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Help a brother out. That'd be much appreciated. We're also trying to hit 500 members by the end of the 31 days. So if you want to become a member, there's a link in the description for you to become a member. And there's also a little button there on the chat box if you want to become a member too and gift memberships. 500 members by the end of the 31 days. Can we do it? Who fucking knows? If we can't, it doesn't fucking matter. But still, let's fucking give it a try. So let's go. 15 minutes of shame. This one, Johnny Somali gets his channel terminated. Really? Holy shit. I'm assuming that's his YouTube channel, right? Let's see what's happened here. Whoa. What's happened here? I wonder what got his channel deleted.
This is going to be a quick update. It's really not going well for our least favorite 5'2" nuisance streamer, as he just had multiple social media channels terminated. As reported by Johnny So Smalley on Twitter, his Instagram channel is gone, and I was able to independently verify this by clicking on the link, and it brings you to a page that no longer exists. So on top of that, his Twitter or X page was terminated a few weeks ago. He had to start a new one from scratch, and he lost all his followers. For some odd reason, his YouTube channel is still live, although
okay, so his YouTube channel is still there.
He did delete that infamous 9-hour live stream, probably because it had multiple TOS violations. Even though he deleted the video, YouTube still has access to it, and they could make a decision on that channel if they want to, because the amount of TOS violations in that videos was pretty unreal. His TikTok channel is still online, but it has no videos whatsoever. I guess he got terrified of losing that as well and decided to wipe out the entire channel. His Discord is completely dead. There's about 1 to 2 messages every couple hours, and he is no longer advertising the link to join that Discord. Long story short, Johnny Somali is in a sinking ship and he doesn't have a life vest. That's it for the video. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. If you found it informative and straight to the point, please subscribe and I'll see you guys on the next one.
It's funny that he's doing all this now, innit? I wonder if he just would have taken it seriously in the first place and been actually remorseful for his actions and tried to make some change. It may have not gotten this far, but it's gotten too far now. He's now in court. He's probably going to resume court proceedings soon, and he's likely going to serve some prison time out there in South Korea. All because of his hubris, all because of his recklessness, whatever else it may be. And now he's trying to fix things. Now he's trying to like clean shop. Like, bro, it's too little too late. Too little too late. You are fucked. You are well and truly fucked. Well and truly. F-U-C-K-E-D. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. And I think a lot of people are going to enjoy his downfall when it does eventually happen. People might celebrate him going to prison more than they celebrated Vitaly. I'm not going to lie. Because Vitaly wasn't even that prominent when he went to the Philippines. I don't think so. So I think people are going to really celebrate when he goes down. When he eventually gets convicted and sentenced, people are going to be celebrating. Especially fucking Legal Mindset. He's going to have a blast. Legal Mindset is going to have a fucking popping stream. All the super chats. He's going to go crazy. He's gonna go fucking crazy. Let's move on. Let's do let's do a bit of Tfatk case sub. Let's see what I missed out on. Anything I missed out on a Tfatk case sub? We got everybody in the stream chat. Let's see. What have I missed out on Tfatk case sub? What did I miss out on? What did I miss out on? What did I miss out on? What is it here? Papa's absence allows reflection. Did we see that already? Let's see. Did we talk about this already? Papa's absence allows reflection. What's this about?
Audio.
God, we're struggling without Brandon.
Brendan just texted me. It's audio.
He left the dumb here, and it's like...
It's like...
all of a sudden, I'm like, I don't know.
It's like fucking...
Nick, look it up!
It's like Venom, the Syndicate.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I got that joke out. Fuck yeah.
Well, now you're going to be able to get jokes out?
Yeah, maybe. You come in hot sometimes.
I think I did say this before, but I'll say it again. Comedians are way meaner, way more vicious, way ruder, way more insulting to each other than we, the listeners, the viewers, the trolls, the redacts, the civilians could ever be to them. These comedians like to, all talk, like people like Mark Norman, a few other people are terrified of comments, terrified of any kind of constructive criticism. They don't like it. They only want to see praise, or they don't look at their social media at all. They post and ghost because they're so thin-skinned and sensitive. But the real funny thing about that is that most of the mean things said to them is going to be from another comedian. It's not going to be from somebody in the comments. Yes, maybe there's more of them, but the meanest things you're ever going to hear are going to be from the other comedians. Or your comedians are just going to reflect what we see, because we all have eyes and ears. For the longest time, when Brendan was in Joe Rogan's inner circle, they would all make out like everybody else criticizing Brendan was mentally unwell. They were jealous. They were intimidated. He was like that school bully that took your girlfriend in high school thing. Remember when Brendan was in fucking Joe Rogan's inner circle, when he was fucking well regarded, they all made it seem like everybody had a problem with Brendan. Anybody online that didn't like Brendan, that thought Brendan was a douche, that thought he was a bully, right? They were completely in the wrong, didn't know what they were talking about. They were misinformed, and they were just saying that because they were jealous deep down. But then later on, when Brendan falls out of favor with Rogan, guess what? All these comedians are then saying the same things we've all said about these guys, or about Brendan specifically. They're all saying exactly the same things. So here's Eric Griffin mocking Brendan for being dumb, but when Brendan's sitting next to him, he's sucking him off, talking about how important he is, how amazing he is, glazing him all the way, which I understand because the guy paid his wages. I get it, but it's like, come on, brother. You think about that guy, or your opinion of that guy is the same as anybody else online, because we all have eyes and ears. You know what I mean? We don't need to be convinced or gaslit into thinking somebody's awesome just because they're your friend. But yeah, it's just funny how similar that conversation sounded like something I've heard in the stream chat, something I've read on the Tfatk subreddit. You know what I mean? Like, people have said the same sort of thing, which is hilarious. But hey, what do we know? Free Chin. That's fucking hilarious, by the way. Is that from Hey Arnold? What's this from again? What's this character from? Is that from Hey Arnold? Or am I bugging? Do you guys know where this character's from? Is it Hey Arnold? It is, right? It kind of looks like the same animation. Or am I bugging out? Where's this character from? People in the stream chat. Do you guys know? Where's this character from? Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Yes, it's Hey Arnold, yeah? Okay, cool. Thank God. I thought my animation identification skills were subpar. It is Hey Arnold. Cool. I need a haircut. I'm gonna call Jamal, my Asian barber. Oh yeah. I wonder if Chin gave him that haircut anyway, that buzz cut. I wonder if Chin gave, which is hilarious by the way, how much stuff Chin does for Brendan. But then Brendan can't. So yeah, this is a good representation of it, right? So this is Chin giving Brendan a haircut back in the day, or not back in the day, a few months ago at the Thick Boy Studios over there in LA before they moved to Austin, helping Brendan out cut his hair because Chin obviously cuts his own hair. This is kind of just like a this is a good thing someone's doing to help you out. Then so you're sat there thinking to yourself, why couldn't Brendan help out Chin with some fucking property help and shit to get somewhere to stay? Why couldn't Brendan fucking get on his contacts and pass them to fucking Chin, or call somebody in to help him out directly? Why couldn't he do that if Chin's out here cutting his hair for free?
Look at me straight. Your hair's sitting on. Okay, let me do a little more.
So greasy, bro. Hardly shampoos that hair in it. So greasy. You can tell a lot about how you can tell a lot about someone's hygiene on their by their hair, to be fair. If the hair looks like that, most likely he doesn't shower that often.
It looks good. It's even too.
Good.
Crushed it.
Yeah, we got yellow vibes. Yeah, because it's not hard to find an apartment. Yeah, I know. I need to stop fucking having so much sympathy and empathy for fucking chilling it. It really is his own fault. Like, it's easy. Like, it's easy. You can even probably pay a real estate agent, a realtor, whatever they're called over there, to just find it for you. Just give them a budget, and then just say, hey, I want this, and then they can just give you a short list of 2. You pick from 1, bang, done. Without even seeing them, sight unseen, you can probably do that. Sight unseen, you can probably do that. If you got enough money, or if you don't mind paying above the premium, or maybe paying extra fee, you could definitely just hire somebody to be like, hey, could you find me a place that's within this mile radius of this place, within this budget range, and then just give me 2 options to pick from. That could be it, really. But hey, what do I know? What in the rootin' tootin' tarnation? There's Slow Joe out there with the kids. Actually, let me check her socials. What's her social saying? Let's see what Slow Joe's doing right now. What's she up to? What's she up to? What's she up to? Oh, really? Big up Rowdy Ken. LAPD shoots Australian reporter. I told you, it's happening soon. LAPD were itching to get their fingers on the trigger. I'm surprised it didn't happen. I'm surprised it didn't happen fucking sooner, to be fair. So what's she doing now? What's this? Is this like a cowboy? I wonder how easy it is. People in the stream chat. I wonder how easy it is to spot somebody who recently moved to Texas based on their proclivity or tendency to wear a cowboy hat everywhere they go. I wonder if that's a thing. I wonder if you're an actual Texan, you can spot when somebody's recently moved because they're wearing brand new cowboy boots and they've always got a cowboy hat on. Like, that's like a telltale sign that you just moved here, you know? You just moved here because nobody that actually lives there wears a cowboy hat that often, you know, or like clean cowboy boots, brand new cowboy boots. Everything is Texas, by the way. Where's Brendan? The kids have cowboy boots too. He actually looks like Brendan too, innit? Fuck, you know, look at Tiger's stance. Even that little walk, he's basically Brendan's twin, innit? He is Brendan's twin. Tiger is fucking Brendan's twin, bro. Even the little strut, that is Brendan from the back. Where's Brendan, by the way? Where's Daddy? Why is Daddy never around? Daddy's never fucking around. Where's fucking Daddy? That's a hat getting made, right? No sound there. Of course, crop out the uglies, which are the kids, right? Crop out the uglies, which are the kids. You gotta focus on me. Me. Crop out the kids. Okay, there's the kids. Fair enough. Food. No Brendan, by the way. Is Brendan not there? No, I think Brendan's there, right? I think Brendan might be there. Fucking hell. Where's Brendan? You don't really see many pictures of Brendan carrying that daughter too, by the way. Don't know if that's a thing, but I feel like I don't really see many clips of Brendan carrying this little girlie. But hey, congrats to them. They're out as a family at least. At least they're out as a family. That's what matters. Let's double check Brendan's fucking social medias. Let's see what he's up to. Big up everybody in the stream chat. Like the stream. Help me out. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel. All that good shit. What's Brendan been up to? What's he been up to? He's got, what's this? Oh, he went to a car show. Supercar, what's that? Supercar something. What's it called? Texas car shows ain't playing. He went to a place called Supercar Estate something. Let's check that out. What's that? Brendan wants to buy another car. He went to this place, Supercars at Sunrise. How many cars do you need, brother? How many cars do you need? How many do you need? So I guess Brendan went here. A weekend of horsepower, hospitality, and high taste. From the car to the conversation, everything goes elevated. Okay. That's a nice GTRS though, by the way. That's a fucking beautiful GTRS. Ooh. Was that a McLaren, right? That's a McLaren, isn't it? Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Beautiful, beautiful cars. So Brendan's getting in with the car community out in Austin, Texas too. Getting himself a nice new whip because he needs more whips, isn't it? He needs more whips. That's what he needs. More fucking whips. More fucking whips. Cool. Let's see what Chin's been up to. Has Chin got his new crib yet? Let's see if Chin's got a crib yet. Has Chin updated us on the stories? Has he got his crib yet sorted? No stories just yet. But there's a post here of him doing what was Chin doing? Out in the fields. Airbnb stories. Casey and the deer. So Chin is still in the Airbnb as we type right now. 11 hours ago, Chin is still at an Airbnb.
This here is Casey Garrity in the wild.
Are they fucking? They really like each other, innit? They're hanging out a lot, innit? Do you think Chin and Casey are fucking?
He's trying to make friends, a friendship with the deer here. However, the deer are a little bit scared, but they're wondering, is this man a friend or a foe? We shall see. And now, oh, here we go. So right now what's happening is Casey Garrity is becoming one of them. He's hoping to establish a community with them by sitting down ass first. While sipping.
What? I don't know who's the catch between them. Who's the catch for a prospective female male partner? Who's the catch? Case your fucking chin. Who's the catch?
On a double IPA, 9.5% alcohol. So far, the closest deer. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the closest one. He doesn't even give a shibal about him. And there's another deer. Yes, I see it, Casey. I'm the narrator, so stop trying to get in front of my program. Let's see what there's another one here. There's one there. It's very hard. But this deer is actually interested in Casey. It's looking at Casey. And Casey is still pointing at a deer that he thinks I don't notice. Casey, stop it. You son of a mother. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what it's like to be... Oh, the deer is running right now. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what it's like to be here in Austin, Texas, at our Airbnb. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Chin, you're nearly 50, mate. You're nearly fucking 50. But hey, as long as he's having fun, he's got some friends around him, I guess that's what matters. But you're nearly 50, Chin. You're nearly fucking 50. Please. Please. Let's continue on. Where is it going? There you go. Cool. No gym search we've done already. Oh yeah, red tout. Yeah. Oh, we got probably do this next episode. I wanted to rewatch this episode of Thick Boy what's the thing called? Food Truck Diaries. I think this might have been. Is this a Francis one? No. There was a guest on this one. I forgot which it was, but I want to rewatch this. So probably do this tomorrow. I want to rewatch this episode. This is really fucking good. What else we got here? The Legend of Bappa. Who's this? Who's Edwards Kim? There's literally no record. Who the fuck was Edward Kim? Edwards Kim. Who's this? There's literally no record online of Cortez Acosta being a part of the Cincinnati Reds, even though Anik said it pretty confidently on the broadcast. Just like Shaw fooling everybody for years that he was an ex-NFL player for the Buffalo Bills. Jesus Christ. Random Brendan Shaw. Random fucking Brendan Shaw. Who the fuck is this guy? Just randomly fucking subtweeting, randomly sneak this in Brendan. Just like Shaw fooling everyone for years that he was an ex-NFL player for the Buffalo Bills. That's brilliant. Some random guy just is throwing shots at Brendan. I fucking love it. That is so good. Big up Edwards Kim. Big up fucking Edwards Kim. What a legend. BCO goes behind the scenes on his recent BGL comment.
Right.
Oh yeah, let's see this. Let's see.
That's what I'm talking about. Christian L, thank you for supporting this show as well. Laughed my ass off when you brought up BGL on Wednesdays. Okay, is that not the first thing everyone thinks about right now? Hold on. Who the hell is BGL? Says Luke. You're a real one for that. BCO. Thank him. Yeah, I had to dig deep on the Reddits, but then didn't feel it was appropriate to actually explain what that reference meant. But if you know, you know. And I've got to say,
what's her phrase again? Big up Luana. What's her phrase again? He's catching me. He won't leave me alone. What's her phrase again? He won't leave me alone. Oh, what was her phrase? Oh, he won't leave me. Was it? He won't leave me. He won't leave me. He won't leave me. Fucking legendary arc, man. Legendary arc.
Like, holy crap! Art imitating life here, or weird art imitating weirdness, entertaining life. The feud between Trump and Musk right now. It completely reminds you of the BGL Schaub feud and how they broke apart, and BGL went from this disgusting human to, oh shit, he's going to be in studio on the 10 Minutes of Shab broadcast in Gerardo's living room. Like, holy shit. And then, you know, we got Addies and Baddies. We got all the stories.
Yeah, true. Addies and Baddies was such a good part of the story. I think what you call it, BGL going on his fucking I Hate Brendan media tour is the best part. MMA holes, 10 Minutes of Shab. Like, he was going everywhere. His own live streams. Oh, it was so fucking fun. The fucking essays he was writing on the Reddit, like, you know, clearly high, you know, because I've done that in the past. Clearly high, writing fucking paragraphs. Eventually his account got banned. Oh, the fucking AMAs. Oh, so good.
We got all the dirt. Wow, that's Elon right now. You know, people are tweeting at Elon, show us the proof that the assassination attempt was fake. I'm like, this is getting wild right now. You know what I mean? And, you know, Mark Hardley, he reveled in those moments, man. He had a minor star turn in the Reddit sphere for the cats. Thank you. All right.
Oh, I love BGO. I'm sorry, I love BCO. I love BGO, actually. Big up BCO. Big up BGO. Big up fucking, what's his fucking name? Ariel Hawani as well. Big up everybody. The sole source of 1FC comment. Also, Gamebread and GFL commentator knows how to butter his bread. Who? Let's see this. What's this about? What did he say? Brennan's now doing the tweet thing as well, which I fucking hate, by the way. People who share their tweets on Instagram stories, you should throw yourself off the nearest bridge. People who take a screenshot of their own tweets and share them on the Instagram stories, please sleep under a train. Brendan says, I don't know who needs to hear this, but having success in other fighting organizations doesn't mean shit unless it's in the UFC. The MVP of the CFL doesn't think he's gonna dominate in it. What? I don't even know what he's trying to say here. What is he trying to say here? I don't know who needs to hear this, but having success in other fighting organizations doesn't mean shit unless it's in the UFC. So having other successful organizations doesn't matter if it's not the UFC. Example, the MVP of CFL doesn't think he's gonna dominate. What? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't know. Whatever you're talking about, bro. Whatever. What are we talking about here? Is that her birth canal? We don't know. Mama free. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got a new fucking mirror shot of Slojo. New Slojo mirror shot just dropped. New Slojo mirror shot just dropped. Okay, so that bathroom does have a mirror. I think we saw the real estate or the estate agent fucking pictures and it didn't have a fucking wind, a splash thing, whatever. So it does have some glass there. I feel like I've seen, maybe it's a Reddit that's kind of being biased because they're only posting her mirror selfies. But I feel like in the last few months, especially since the Austin, Texas move, I feel like I've seen way more half naked, scantily clad, whatever, first trap mirror pictures from Slojo in Austin than I ever did in LA nowadays. And to me, that's a sign that she's probably bored. Whenever she starts, you know, taking first trap pictures in front of a mirror, I feel like that's a good indication that she's fucking bored. So I wonder how long this woman's actually going to last out there. Is she going to be there for the long haul, or will she eventually get fed up of it and want to move back to LA? Because I feel like she's bored. She probably doesn't have that big of a social circle anyway out there. Maybe none to be you know, to be precise there. Hence why we're getting all this kind of, you know, pictures and shit. But I could be wrong. Moving on. And never ever taking accountability is hilarious. Can't wait for Papa's political analysis of the riots. Yep. Okay. We did that. What else we gotta do? What else we got to do? Let's do, what else we do? We did quite a bit, didn't we? We've done quite a bit. Oh shit. Let's oh yeah, let's do Wings of Redemption. Wings, let's do Wings. Where's Wings? Where's Wings of Redemption? Where's Wings? We done joining Somali already, right? We done joining Somali. Shane Gillis, we done already. Protect our parks. the too late to try. We'll probably save that for tomorrow. Where's the Wings of Redemption shit? Wings of Redemption. Yeah, there's a new wing. There's a new Wings of Redemption. Let's do Wings of Redemption quickly. Let's do Wings of Redemption. Where is he? There we go. There's a new Wings of Redemption. Just dropped. Just dropped. Just dropped. Just dropped. Just dropped. Where is it? Yeah, there you go. Let's do Wings of Sigma. Big up in the stream chat. Big up the stream chat. Big up the stream chat. Big up the stream chat.
Wings is streaming, let's drop by. There ain't a mod in sight. He starts raging, everybody saves the clip, and now we're banned. Make a new account next day.
Hey. There we go. Big up Wings of.
So there. For some reason, it was muted in Windows.
Hopefully, hopefully he zooms in because he's on the bottom left corner now. He's been hidden by chat. Hopefully, he zooms in.
I'm never going back on locale. I'm never going to make a guest appearance. They can never pay me to go back on the show. It's not going to happen.
I guess that's textbook locale shit, but why can't he just ignore those questions? He's answered it a million times. He's made these points perfectly clear. I think the other side, right, Keemstar and those guys, they probably don't want him back either. Probably because the fans would probably, revolt. But he's answered this question a million times. Why can't you just ignore that? They know the answer already. He just can't resist answering questions that he knows are clearly questions are done to kind of, wind him up and shit. He just can't resist it. I guess that's what it is to be a locale.
As far as I'm concerned, locale is behind me. I
feel like every time I see Wings, he's bigger and bigger. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he's bigger and bigger. Every time you see Wings, I feel like his arms are wider apart whenever he's holding his console. Sorry, holding the controller for his game. I feel like his arms are way wider apart. There's way more mass there. He's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Fucking hell.
Can't say how much I got paid per stream on locale. If you want to know how much I make per stream on YouTube, I can tell you that. I make around $90 on average. And that's if I hit donation goals. If I don't hit donation goals, I make less than $90. I mean, like,
pity.
That's where we're at.
Pity. Pity.
Colin Ray, if you keep getting negative, you will be kicked out. We don't.
And by the way, he's being in my personal opinion, because you already know what the title of the fucking video is, right? Wings Redemption says he might have cancer. I personally think he does this shit on purpose. Like he's like if he wants to say something, but he's maybe too shy or just wants somebody to ask him first, he will purposely be dour, Like he'll purposely ramp up his emotions. So that you'll recognize and someone in the chat will be like, oh, what's wrong, Wings? Are you alright? You seem a bit down today. What's happened, Wings? And then you'll fucking get into his fucking spiel that he wants to get into. But I feel like he does it on purpose to trigger a response.
Don't talk bad about people here. We don't do conspiracy theories. No, I'm fine. Nah, I just been up all night and I'm just kind of lonely.
That's so pathetic, by the way. Being lonely, so you get up online and you start streaming instead of talking to your wife or hanging out with your wife or maybe calling a friend is really wild, It's really fucking wild. Whenever he gets lonely, he boots up Dark Souls and just sits there in the dark, not really communicating with chat too much. That's what he does to combat his fucking loneliness. Makes sense?
Like, I'm kind of tired of playing Dark Souls, but there's really nothing else I want to play. And like, I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I feel like I'm over video games, but my sleep schedule won't allow me to be over video games because it's kind of like.
He's been talking about his sleep schedule for years now. This fucking sleep schedule thing has been talking about this for years. Like, just sleep. It's like, it's not that difficult, bro. You stream for a living. It's not that hard to just sleep on time or sleep at a fucking normal, reasonable hour. Fucking hell. Sleep schedules. He talks about his sleep schedule like he's trying to compete for in a half marathon.
It's like a Call of Duty is a $200 donation. If you want to put the $200 up, Tom, we will play Call of Duty. Rainbow is also a $200 donation. If you want Rainbow, $200 up front.
Why would somebody do that, by the way? He does the $200 thing because he doesn't like playing those games. I'm assuming. I don't know much about Wings lore, but I'm assuming he says those games he'll only play them on stream if you give him $200 because he doesn't really like playing them. But who would pay somebody that amount to play a game they don't like, play a game that they're not going to enjoy, to play a game that they might even rage quit? You know, you might give him $200 and he might just rage quit it after fucking 10 minutes because he fucking hates the game. Then what? Then you kind of got scammed. You know what I mean? So it's a bit weird. It's a strange thing that he does, but I guess it works for him.
Until then, please don't ask about them. I don't enjoy them and they don't make money. Like, generally, when I play a first-person shooter, it's my lowest donation streams possible. And I don't enjoy playing them, so like I'm making less than I normally would make. So that's where we are at with those.
Okay, there we go. There we have it.
Goodbye. Can we go and get Colin Ray out there? Thank you.
He's looking for somebody to ask him how he's feeling, why he's so down, why he's so sad. He's desperately looking for that. He's fishing. He's fishing for somebody to ask him how he's doing.
No, I don't have fun playing first-person shooters at all. Like, first-person shooters to me is just an effort and frustration. Like, there's nothing inherently enjoyable about first-person shooters. Like, I used to like them when I was a younger man, but that's when I actually was like, oh, I want to be known as the best. I don't care about being known as the best anymore. I actually don't want to be known as the best. I don't want any of the fucking stress that comes with it.
You were never the best at anything anyway. Why is he acting like he was the best at one time?
I don't make videos on them anymore. I don't enjoy them. They don't make me money, so it's like, whatever. I'll pay them if I'm paid to play. I'll play them if I'm paid to play them. That's my whole thought process with it. I enjoyed Rainbow at one point, but at this point in the game's lifespan, I don't enjoy it no more. Like, the game is just full of cheaters. And when I stream it, I get stream sniped. They don't put any effort into helping out console whatsoever. There is no streamer mode. No.
The stream sniping thing is fucking fantastic. When they start following him around, it's so fucking good.
Nothing like that. It's an effort of futility. Rank 2.0 sucks. Most of the time that you play the game, you're going to be facing people that are cheating. And it gets so bad that when they get caught cheating, all they do is they put them in the PC lobby for a while, and the PC guys cry about them because, like, it's like people using mouse and keyboard and Cronus on PlayStation doesn't sound that bad if you're going into like a lobby where people are using mouse and keyboard, but people with mouse and keyboard still don't have perfect recoil. So, like, now you're facing a guy with an SMG-12 with perfect recoil, who's just as good at mouse and keyboard as the guys with mouse and keyboard. So, like, they have issues with mouse in the PC lobbies as well. All content creators complain about them, but they don't want to ban them.
Now you complain the most. You complain the most, bro. Not everyone. You complain the most
because they pay the most money, and they're basically the people that will spend thousands of dollars on the game and keep it alive. You're saying cheaters don't spend the most money, Mittens. From my experience with Rainbow itself, cheaters usually have elites. They usually have.
Who actually cares anyway? As long as you're having fun. If you're cheating to win a tournament, obviously that's fucked up. But if you're cheating to make better content, to make it more entertaining for your fans to view, would it really matter? Like, who gives a fuck? Get involved. Cheat too, brother. Try and win as well. Try and win too.
Have like Glacier skins. They usually take part in the marketplace. There's just a lot of things that cheaters do that benefit the company, and that's why they don't want to outright ban them. Like, they're doing other things to try to combat them. Like, for example, it's now a banishable punishment to have a smurf, right? So if you get caught smurfing, they're supposed to ban you. Are they ever going to do it? No, they're never going to do it. I have hundreds of games on my library. I'm at a point in my life where I just feel like I don't like video games.
Jesus Christ, man. Go get a job then, innit? Like, if it's that miserable, if it's causing you this much stress, if it's fucking annoying you this much, just go get a fucking job. Fucking hell, Wings. I've never seen a more dour, miserable fucking streamer in my entire life. He's literally a fucking positivity vacuum. Like, it's like he's a positivity black hole. Sorry, not even a vacuum. He's a positivity black hole. Not into like I don't know what his fans get out of this. Maybe it's just like, you know, they kind of feel bad for him, but like he doesn't even. I get trying to make it not fun for detractors and for whatever else to watch it, but your fans want to watch you too, bro. Like, come on, man.
But like at the same time, it's like I have hours a day where I got to sit here alone in the dark. So it's like, what else am I gonna do if I don't play something?
You could talk to your wife. You can maybe have a normal sleep schedule, so you can sleep together with your wife and wake up at a normal time. Maybe go for a walk. In his idea, the only way to kind of combat fucking the only way to combat his fucking weird schedule is to just play games in the dark. But he hates all games. Great tactic.
So that's my conundrum. I can honestly say, like, I haven't had fun playing video games. There's been spurts of having fun playing video games. Like, the last time I actually had I actually wanted to sit down and go play a video game was probably Wasteland 3. Where, like, I'm like, okay, I want to go sit down and play this game. That's the last time I can honestly say I felt like, okay, I really want to go do this. I haven't had that experience since then in a long time. My attitude's crazy. Stannis recliner, what do you mean? I'm just never a person that that lives in a realm of happiness. It's just not who I am.
Jesus Christ. I'm just not a person that lives in a realm of happiness. Okay, fair enough. You're not a fucking positivity bunny, right? You're not exactly Mr. PMA. But surely at least trying to fake that you're having fun, trying to make an entertainment stream for your fans should be part of the fucking MO, right? It should be. It should be part of the fucking job of what you do, no? It should be a little bit. Like, I've no wants you to be doing backflips and be fucking singing Pharrell Happy, but fucking no, at least something better than this. I've never lived in a realm of happiness. It's like, all right, maybe find something that makes you happy then, bro. I don't know.
Nitro, I don't care if my channel dies, to be perfectly honest. Like, if you want me to be 100% truthful, I think...
Oh, so nobody... Okay, I'll take it back. So nobody actually asked him what was wrong. He probably had enough, so he just spilled the beans anyway. So he just spilled the beans in you. Nobody actually asked him directly, hey, why are you so down? He just eventually spilled the beans.
I think I'm sick. But I hope I'm wrong.
Now he's waiting. See, he's not saying what he's sick of. He loves that. I think him and DSP, they'll do this. They love saying things or being around the bush and hoping somebody asks them a question. They love it. These locals, they fucking love it. He could just say what's wrong with him, but he's not. He's waiting for someone to say, "Wings, what's actually wrong? Why do you feel sick?"
No. Like, it's hard to say it, but like, My testicles have been feeling weird lately. It's kind of got me scared.
I don't know if he's telling the truth. Then thoughts and prayers to Wings, but surely just go and get checked up. Go and get the once over. No, if you're worried that you might have testicular cancer, surely the first thing that you do is go to a doctor's. Maybe it's harder if you've got an actual job to book an appointment, but if you're a fucking live streamer as a career, as a job like Wings is, you have all the time in the world to book an appointment. Or even if you're lazy, if you got the money, you can probably pay for somebody to come and visit you and do it if you want that way. But it shouldn't be that difficult. So he feels like there's something wrong with his testicles. Instead of going to get checked up, he's just going to sit in the dark and stream and complain about it or cry about it on stream, when he could probably resolve or find out what's going on by fucking going to the doctors, going to hospital. What a weirdo. Now he's crying.
But I'm almost at the point where I don't want to even go get it checked out. I don't want to know.
What a life, innit? What a fucking life to live. Might have testicular cancer, don't want to know. So I'm going to sit here and cry and tell you guys on stream about it instead. I'm gonna put this burden on the fucking live stream. I'm gonna put this burden on the viewers, but I'm not gonna do nothing about it. Great. Now there's probably some poor soul out there that actually does care for Wings, that's gonna be worried about it his entire time, when he can just sort it out himself.
Yeah, I've been holding on to it, and I haven't been wanting to say it because it's just gonna have a bunch of people ask me stupid ass questions about it.
So why do you say it then? He knows he's probably going to get trolled. He knows it's probably going to end up backfiring on him. But he said it anyway. I wonder why. Pity bucks.
It is what it is. Well, I've not been diagnosed with anything yet, so it could be nothing. It could just be in my head. So let's leave it at that.
You're the one that brought it up. Now you're telling people to leave it alone. You're the one that fucking brought it up, bro.
So right now it's just all hearsay.
Hearsay? You're the one that brought it up. It's not hearsay. You mentioned it.
It's just something I'm concerned about. Alright, let's not talk about the doctor no more. Talking about the doctor will result in a banishment.
He's the one that brought it up for pity bucks. Now he's saying you can't talk about it in the same breath. Don't talk about it anymore. If you talk about it, you're going to get banned. But sir, you brought it up. It's a pretty serious thing that you floated out there. If your fans are bringing it up or talking about it, it's because they're concerned about you or for you. But now you can get banned for showing any type of empathy or concern or anything. Or for asking follow-up questions. Or maybe telling him, or maybe reminding him to go to the fucking doctors. What a weirdo.
Even if you're a mod, let's not go that route. I don't really like Wendy's. Like Wendy's is a meme for the most part. Like I eat Wendy's every now and then, but I can honestly say in like the last 5 years I've had Wendy's maybe 10 times.
He loves answering the same questions, doesn't he? Loves answering the same questions, doesn't he? Loves talking about fucking Wendy's. But don't you dare mention his testicular cancer that he mentioned he might have. Don't you dare mention that. Ask him all the questions you want about Wendy's, about takeout food, about how much he can't eat because he's got a small stomach. Allegedly, ask him all those questions. But if you dare ask anything about ice, you're gonna get. You know what I mean? You're gonna get in big trouble.
Like fast food restaurants I legitimately visit a lot is something like Zaxby's. And like most of the time I have to eat McDonald's.
Yeah, Wings loves Zaxby's. He loves a good Zaxby's.
Even though I don't like McDonald's. Because Kelly wants like the Happy Meal toys and stuff. So you're taking how I worded it and using it in a way that makes it seem like I was being dishonest. When I say have to eat McDonald's, it's like if it comes down to like, if I ask Kelly where she wants to go, she's almost always going to say McDonald's because she wants to get a Happy Meal toy because she collects them.
I don't know, man. A part of me feels like surely Wings wouldn't lie about that, right? Surely Wings wouldn't lie about something like cancer. But then Wings is also a locale, and he's not adverse to a bit of fucking sympathy, pity bucks and shit, right? He loves that, right? But it's just the fact that he doesn't want to go and get it checked up. That's the really crazy bit. The fact that he doesn't want to go get it checked up. Like, if you think there's something wrong, just go and get it checked out. Alleviate your fears. Instead, he's whimpering on fucking stream, reading the stream chat, boiling his piss, getting annoyed that he's not winning a game or whatever else. It's like, bro, just put the controller down and go and get it checked out. Is it really that difficult? But I think it's mostly because of laziness. I don't think it's because of fear of the diagnosis. I generally think his laziness over trumps everything. His laziness trumps everything. He is that lazy that he'd rather not go and get checked out the alleged fucking thing that he might have, right? Because it would require him to go outside. You know? That's the crazy thing. I don't actually think he just doesn't want to go outside. But it's just such a random thing to lie about. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, Wings. Wings is a wild boy. Wings is a wild boy. Anyways, I'm going to do a couple more bits and I'm going to leave because it's 5 o'clock here. Then we're back again tomorrow. So I'm going to do a couple more bits. Actually, let's do a quickly update on the fucking riots. Let's see what's happened. Anything new happened on the riots? Anything new happened with the riots? Let's quickly check here. Big up Colin Rugg. He's a good follow on when it comes to the riot stuff. Let's see what Colin Rugg is saying. Any updates with Colin Rugg? Let me refresh his profile. Let's see if there's any updates, and then I'm gonna bounce in a bit. So big up everybody that's streaming in. Big up everybody that's streaming in. I appreciate you. Like the stream, all that good shit. If you want to subscribe, obviously you can too. Join and become a member. Trying to hit 500 members by the end of the 31 days. You can do that too. Blah 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 blah. So what's happening here? Gavin Newsom spoke. Gavin Newsom, a panicking Newsom. What did he say? A panicking Governor Newsom calls on ICE Director Tom Harmon or Ton Homan to arrest him as the riots in LA's rage on. Tom, arrest me, let's go. The governor was seen lashing out at Trump administrator of the state. Okay, cool. So now so Gavin Newsom, instead of being pissed off at people lighting cars on fire, he's pissed off at the what? At the ICE director. Huh. Good way to, good use of your time and energy, my friend.
I mean, you're seeing these authoritarian tendencies now are being acted out by this administration. And we're case in point as it relates to nationalizing, federalizing the National Guard, threatening now to put in Marines. So I hope these people would pause and just consider. Now, some of them, they want that kind of chaos. Some ways, they're adjacent to where Donald Trump is. But the peaceful protesters, we want to keep them safe. We want them to exercise their fundamental rights. We want to keep those that are enforcing the laws in a respectful and responsible way also safe. But Donald Trump needs to pull back. He needs to stand down. Donald Trump is inflaming these conditions.
I don't know, but the cars are on fire, brother. Like, can't you stop that from going on? Like, maybe that will help to remove the need for Trump to get all the Marines and National Guard involved anyway. Can't you figure out a way to tell your fucking people them to stop lighting cars on fire and throwing rocks at cars and shit? Isn't that possible?
This is Donald Trump's problem right now, and if he can't solve it,
What? This is Donald Trump's problem. Aren't you the governor of California, though? This is Donald Trump's problem. Isn't it your problem?
You will. He continues to, as always, hit you hard publicly. Just 10 minutes ago, he put out another Truth Social telling you and the mayor to apologize to the people of Los Angeles. You guys go at it pretty hard publicly, but I know you talk privately. Have you spoken in the last couple of days to the president about any of this?
Yeah, we talked for almost 20 minutes, and this issue never came up. I mean, I kept trying to talk about L.A. He wanted to talk about all these other issues. We had a very decent conversation.
When was this?
This was late Friday night. I think about 1:30 plus his time.
After the protest had started?
After the protest, and he never once brought up the National Guard. He's just...
You gotta love Trump, innit? You gotta love Trump. Pussied out in terms of saying about it on the phone, but then as soon as he hung up, get the guards in, you know? Get the Marines. The special Marines. The best Marines. I could have been a Marine one day. I could have been a Marine, you know? But when it comes to phone calls, you also can't believe Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom's a known liar when it comes to phone calls as well. If you know, you know. Gavin Newsom is a known liar when it comes to phone calls, so who knows who's telling the truth?
Stone cold liar. He said he did. Stone cold liar. Never did. It was a very civil conversation. I've always wanted to approach engagement with the President of the United States in a respectful and responsible way. But there's no...
Yeah, exactly. Bit Coiler. Remember LA burnt down last month and he did a little dance. Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
Working with the President. There's only working for him. And I will never work for Donald Trump.
Did you mention it all to him in that phone call?
Ooh, strong words, bro. Ooh.
On Friday night, the types of raids that were happening in your state on Friday, you know, there are reports that...
Surely some of his anger is misdirected. Surely the anger should be directed at the people who are spoiling the peaceful protests. All the people that are violent, that are lighting things on fire, they are now giving all the peaceful protesters a bad name and a bad image. And unfortunately, when the National Guard or the Marines come in, they're going to be putting belt to ass on everybody, whether you're fucking peaceful or not. So surely all this vitriol, this anger, this frustration should be aimed at the protesters who are making it hard for everybody else who's protesting peacefully.
And video of enforcement operations happening in ways that they haven't traditionally. ICE officers going to Home Depots around Los Angeles and picking off day laborers. Did you bring that up with him?
The conversation started with the frame of what's happening in L.A. He immediately pivoted to other interests and other things.
Do you think he was aware of what was happening in Los Angeles?
I think I'm more than aware. And obviously, he was setting this up to take these additional steps.
This was a setup.
And I'm not saying he was setting things up. I'm not saying it was a setup. But clearly, they were in the process of moving to these next steps because out of nowhere, just a few hours after that conversation, he moves to pull the trigger under this construct under Title 10 and then created and exacerbated the conditions that are persisting today.
This is your authority normally to deploy the National Guard here. Right. You did it. We were together after the fires, and those National Guard troops have been out all across Los Angeles working to rebuild and recover this city. How did you find out that the President of the United States was going to usurp your authority and deploy your National Guard here in California?
I got a call from a staffer. No heads up whatsoever. And again, we're here to support local law enforcement. There's a mutual aid process. Local law enforcement had no needs. They were out requesting any additional resources. I've got 100 now. I have 175 CHP officers, technically trained officers, tactical teams to address Donald Trump's mess.
Donald Trump's mess, and they keep zooming in. Big up the cameraman, by the way. He keeps talking about Donald Trump, and they keep zooming into the fucking screen that's showing some of the protests going on. That's showing people throwing rocks at fucking police cars on the fucking overpass and shit. It's a good big up the cameraman. Every time he starts blaming Donald Trump, the camera starts zooming into all the fucking violent, whatever protests are going on in his fucking state. It's fucking hilarious.
They're here to support local law enforcement, the sheriff's office, LAPD, but they didn't need that support. He made this up. This is a manufactured crisis in order to get under the tent to start to stretch credulity and to begin the process of moving inevitably towards a constitutional question and crisis around posse comitatus. And it's, I think, inevitable. That's where he's going.
Tom Homan, the border czar, said to me yesterday he did not rule out literally arresting you, nor Mayor Bass, if you interfere in his work. He said you hadn't yet.
He's a tough guy. Why doesn't he do that? He knows where to find me. But you know what? Lay your hands off 4-year-old girls that are trying to get educated. Lay your hands off these poor people. They're just trying to live their lives, man. Trying to live their lives, paying their taxes. Been here 10 years. The fear, the horror. The hell is this guy? Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy. You know, I
know. Gavin Newsom wants to swing. Gavin Newsom wants to swing on all the wrong people.
Don't give a damn. But I care about my community. I care about this community. The hell are they doing? These guys need to grow up. They need to stop. And we need to push back. And I'm sorry to be so clear, but that kind of bloviating is exhausting. So, Tom, arrest me. Let's go.
The perception is there's a lot of theatrics happening out there. Mayor Bass told me that she spoke directly to Tom Homan. Has he reached out to you? Have you reached out to him?
No.
No communication whatsoever?
No, it's direct communication and back and forth with Susie Wiles and with the president.
Oh, tough guy Newsom. We got a new version of Newsom. Tough guy Newsom. He's not having it. He's not having it. He says, arrest me. Arrest me, ICE Director Tom Homan. Tom Homan. Arrest me, he says. Arrest me. Arrest me. What's this one? Another one. Breaking Los Angeles riot. What's that? Los Angeles rioters have set a police cruiser on fire. Wow. So what happens then for them if you want to drive there? They just close that part of the road down. Fucking insane, man. The traffic must be crazy in LA right now. Fuck. Who's this guy? LAPD Chief Jim McDonald says rioters are now using weapons that could kill his officers.
But safely for everybody involved.
Hold on. Go one at a time, please, and let's identify name and outlet.
Victor with Univision Chief. We have seen two kinds of groups, at least from Friday, Saturday, and today that I've been working. The community that is enraged and they're not happy with the actions of ICE, and then the community that loots and attacks and destroys our city. What would be your direct message to both groups?
Yeah, to the people who are not happy with the fact that ICE is in the community doing what ICE does. You know, I respect ICE for being a fellow law enforcement agency. They have their mission. They have their what they have to do. We don't engage in that activity, but again, we can't preclude them from doing that. They have every right to do that. I ask people in the community to trust the LAPD, that we're not there for that purpose, and that if they have something.
Wow, a very meek, you know, non-confrontational. I don't know. It's interesting to hear police chief sound like this. I thought he'd be a lot more like, fuck them all, law and order only. You're gonna die if you step outside. You know, a surprise. He's not saying that.
They need us to be able to address. We're there for them. As far as the big picture of what can I recommend they do or not do, that's something. It's a federal issue, and the federal authorities have the right to be able to do what they're doing. As far as people are worried about the violence that we're seeing, this violence that I've seen is disgusting. It's escalated now since the beginning of this incident. What we saw the first night was bad. What we've seen subsequent to that is getting increasingly worse and more violent. Tonight we had individuals out there shooting commercial-grade fireworks at our officers. That can kill you. And we have adapted our tactics to be able to have a chance to be able to take these people into custody and to be able to hold them accountable. We are overwhelmed as far as the number of people out there engaged in this type of activity and the type of things that they're doing. They'll take backpacks, and the backpack will have a cinder block in it. They have a hammer, and they'll break up the cinder block and use that, pass it around to throw at officers, to throw at cars. And
fucking hell. Fucking hell. That's actually kind of smart, I'm not going to lie. Just taking a cinder block, putting it in a backpack, and then breaking it when you get there, and passing the chunks to other fellow comrades. Wow. Insane. Next one, what's saying here? Quickly go to Fearbuck. I think might have a new one, and I'm going to bounce, my friends. Back again tomorrow. But let's just do a couple more here on Fearbuck Twitter page because they usually post good shit. Oh, big up Black American. Sorry, I think I missed your street. Your what you call it? Your super chat. The what's right? It's Rodney King now. The Cali crazy. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Big up Black America. Big up Black America. Thank you for the super chat. Sorry, I missed that. Let's see here. What do we have? We have Cole, Shane, Kai. Oh, look at the cars. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Fucking hell. That looks insane, isn't it? That truly does look insane. That truly does look insane. People are mad, but then it makes sense, isn't it? You can't be ripping families apart overnight, essentially. Pulling people away from their families, out of their homes. Like I said, that one guy that was that went to the immigration office to, like, I don't know, maybe sort his papers out. I don't know what he went there. And then the ICE agents were waiting for him in the hallway. It's like, come on, bro. I'm trying to get my life together, and then here you guys are trying to fuck it up. So yeah, fucking crazy. What else we got here? What else we got? Any new ones? Any other pictures or clips? No other pictures and clips from these people? No? Are we sure? Hold on, I'm sure I saw another one. No other posts about it? No, no other posts about it. Actually, let's check out Raw Alerts. Raw Alerts might have some new stuff about it, actually. Let's check out Raw Alerts. Let's see what they're saying. Any new updates on here? What you doing? Breaking call. What else we got here? California time lapse. Oh yeah, look at this. Watch a dramatic time lapse of downtown Los Angeles shows smoke rising all over the city amid the chaos. Fucking hell. This is spooky already. Take off the music. Cool. There's a time lapse of LA. Now it's on fire. There's some small fires hide there in the corner. Then the whole thing gets engulfed in flames. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Then the flames on the left hand side. Cool. Big up the writers, I guess. Big up the fucking writers, I guess. What else we got here? Wow, what's this one about? What are they doing with these pink chairs? Where is this? They're using the bench chairs as barricades. It's hilarious. I wonder if this is quite fun as well. I wonder if all these people, do they really give a shit about ICE? Or is it just quite fun to play like opposition, you know, to do all this shit, to be hurling rocks and shit? You know, maybe they don't actually have a single Palestinian friend or whatever. They just want, they just want to feel alive by doing all this shit. Yeah, big up Black American.
I think the couples had that demeanor because they work and live side by side with those people. They're human beings to them, not illegals.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very, very good point. That's a very, 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 very good point. Big up Black American. It's just funny, isn't it? They really think they're in some war zone or something. Like, what are you doing, man? Some people probably have kids. Some of these people probably have kids, man. Go home, man. Go look after your child. Go feed your dog or your cat. Like, what are you doing? Or your little pet budgie or something. Like, fuck, what is this? These motherfuckers want to be in Gaza so bad. Oh. Absolute horror show. Absolute horror show. More cars on fire. Oh, naked lady. Cool. Cool. What a great time. What a great time. What a great time. Anyways, my friends, I'm going to love you and leave you. It's 5:30 here in London. It's 5:30 here in London. It's 5:30 here. I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you for tuning in, people. Smash the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Tomorrow around 11:45 my time. I'm going to try and make it on time because it's a Monday stream. I'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow. We'll do more golden hour. There'll be some chin talk. There'll be some Tfatk stuff, hopefully, because they might record the episode. So come hang out with me tomorrow again for day 8. Today was day 7 of the marathon stream. I appreciate you. Thank you for those of you who are members. There'll be a member video only, especially going out on the week. This week is next week, actually. Maybe on Wednesday, actually. There'll be a members only video going out as well. And I need to also update those fucking Patreon too. So much stuff to do. But keep an eye out for all that stuff happening very, very soon. For now, appreciate you people. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe to the channel before you leave. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Okay? Cool. Peace.